Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second pay-per-view of today. It is Impact Wrestling's Emergence Watchalong, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, before I disappear like Homer Simpson in the cloud, I want to let you know, because we didn't do the pre-show, there were two matches. First, we saw Mike Bailey versus Alan Angels. Mike Bailey won that match. And then the second match that just finished, Joe Hendry and Yuya, that's what I'm gonna say, versus the Good Hands. And Joe Hendry and Yuya
Uemura.
won.
Hmm.
Well, that's disappointing. I thought it was supposed to be like I thought it was like Mike Bailey versus Alan Angels versus two other guys. I thought it was like a 3 or 4 way at first, and I thought, oh, that'll be a fun match. But apparently, it ended up being just
It
those
looked
two.
like
And on the
we
pre-show,
changing some things around. I don't know what or why, because I know they mentioned something about the women's match, and so
I guess I'm
I
gonna have to
don't
go back and
know.
watch it because I wanted. I mean, Speedball is one of my favorite guys, so that's one of the matches I was really interested in watching, and
Yeah, it
now
was a
I've missed
good
it.
hard
So
fought match. So I
now
would
I've
think
missed it.
it's a good match. But can Speedball not put on a good match?
No, not
Uh,
really.
Yuya is the Three Musketeer who's got the good hair.
Right. Well, you use the debate. I mean, he's the one that your debate is the third musketeer when everyone else says it's Yoda Suji. I don't know enough to know one way or the other, nor do I care enough. They could be the four musketeers for all I fucking care. I don't really care. And the reality is that none of them even like being associated under that name. So it's fine with me. I don't really.
Uh,
If you don't like
if
it,
we
what do I care?
if we add Kiyomiya, then it's five. If we add Suji's twin, then it's six.
Yep. So
Ladies and
there you go.
gentlemen, the first match up is a no disqualification match. Eric Young versus Diener.
I know I picked Eric Young.
And ladies and gentlemen, you can if you have YouTube, it's $5 to get Impact Ultimate, and you can watch this match. And if you keep them, they have at least one or two free pay-per-view shows on YouTube to kind of like, and you can watch the weekly shows if you don't have cable to see.
So they don't show every single pay per view.
Nope, that's the
Okay.
pain in the butt. It's like New Japan Pro Wrestling. You buy it, you some pay-per-views you got to buy.
Okay.
Like last week, that pay-per-view wasn't on available on YouTube. This one is.
All Star Festival. Are you talking
Uh
about New
huh.
Japan or Impact?
Uh, with this one,
Impact
with
didn't have a pay per view last weekend, right?
yeah, they had multiverse.
Oh, you're right. That's right. They did have multiverse, and that
So
wasn't on
yeah, so that
YouTube.
was on Fight. So if they're not,
Right.
if the pay per view is not an Impact Plus or Ultimate, where you can see it on YouTube or their actual streaming service, which I don't understand. It's like their actual streaming service is like $8, $9, but I can pay $5 on YouTube and see the same thing. Actually, if you don't care about necessarily the pay per views and you just want to watch the actual weekly shows, you can pay 99 cents.
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube. I saw that. I just signed up today. I saw the 99 cent one and then the 4.99 one or whatever. Or you can get them both. For $5, you get all of it, I guess, or whatever.
So Yota and Yuya both debuted on the same day.
Interesting. All right, let's go, Eric.
Do y'all like the ALW, the psychedelic trip behind you?
Right? It's kind of cool. Eric Young has a huge fucking bat tattoo. What the fuck is that? It's ginormous. It looks like it says passion at the top.
It does look like it says passion, but I can't identify one word.
Yeah.
Death. So I don't know
Dead.
where you got that.
Uh,
Um, one day, if you fill up to it, we
uh-huh.
could do a retro watch along of their debut. It's an hour long for the
Okay.
whole show.
I'd be up for doing that sometime.
It's got Ren, it's got Shota, it's
I kind
got
of want to do the. I kind
all
of
of
want to
them.
watch the that Cody documentary too and do a review, kind of maybe the one that's on Peacock. I think it's on Peacock. American Nightmare or whatever. I mean, I'm not a big Cody fan. I don't usually do
Yeah, it's
documentaries.
on Peacock.
Yeah.
Being I don't know, I must be old, but I've seen it in like 5 different pieces.
Uh,
Like I get through half of it, sleep. Wake up. Oh, okay, I got it, sleep. Oh, I got a little further, sleep.
yeah, I'm so weird on stuff. Like my wife, she absolutely loves like all the behind the scenes stuff. She'll watch almost every extra on every DVD. She'll watch, the makings of and all. I can't stand that stuff. I hate watching the way the shit is made. I just want to watch the product. I don't care. And documentaries, I feel a lot of the same way about, especially if it's not like if it's not a documentary about a subject, like if it's a documentary about World War II or cattle farms, so that's one thing. But if it's a documentary that's like a behind the scenes type of documentary, or this is about somebody's life, I'm usually not interested. But the Cody Rhodes kind of interests me a little bit, and I wouldn't mind watching that New Japan one.
So it's got 5 matches. Three of which are tag team matches. The two singles
Interesting.
matches happened first, and it's Ren Narita versus Yuya Uemura and Yuya's debut. And then it's the second match is Great Khan versus Yota Tsuji in Yota
Interesting.
Tsuji's debut.
Interesting. Both matches should be good, and both those matches should be really good.
Shota Umino's in the main event.
Diener is choking Eric Young with some sort of something. I don't know if it's the cord, microphone cord, or yep, looks
No,
like it's.
it's a chain link, like
Oh,
what
okay.
you, yeah.
Excuse me, people. I know I'm over here yawning. It's only 5:10, but I am tired. It has been a long Sunday already. Oh, neck breaker onto a bunch of cookie sheets. So Eric Young is back fighting the monster he created, huh?
So of the five,
Yeah.
they're all close in age, but none of them are the same age.
Interesting.
Yota Tsuji, 29. Yuya Uemura, 28. Kaito Kiyomiya, 27. No.
No, no,
Is
no,
it
no.
Kaito that's 27 or is it Shota that's 27?
I honestly
Yeah,
don't know.
it's Kaito Kiyomiya that's 27. Shota is 26 and Rin Narita is 25.
So they literally are 25, 26, 27, 28,
29 Yota
29.
Tsuji.
All right. What are the chances of that?
Mhm.
I will be
But they are
closing.
the future of New Japan. That is undisputed.
Yeah.
Oh, now we got
Honestly, if the five
staples.
of them were to start a faction together,
Is he looking at a staple?
Yep. It's a staple gun.
Listen, I need to keep a staple like that. Okay.
Uh,
Not only will it staple the papers together that I have, because I got like 9,000 papers. My, I no longer have a
he sticks
desk.
his hand. That faction would
well,
be the ultimate coexist faction because they can't fucking stand each other.
Were
But they
you here
also
for
tag
All
team
Star
with
Junior
each other when
Festival?
they need to.
He got him in the armpit with the stapler.
Were you here for All Star Junior Festival?
I was not.
Okay. They did the thing I said that somebody should do during a hardcore match. Took a piece of
What?
paper, sliced between the fingers, and sliced up under the armpit. Because
Yeah,
a paper cut hurts
little paper
10
cut.
times worse. A
Oh yeah.
paper cut lasts a lifetime, it seems
Oh
like.
yeah. Diener's got a ladder. He's putting it up in the middle of the ring.
Really? Really, bro?
Again, Impact. Stop putting out a liner if you ain't gonna go
I,
back, okay?
I'm
If
kind
my
of in the
husband
middle of something.
was supposed to come out first, okay? Sonata was supposed to come out first.
Uh, he put a trash can over Eric Young's head, and now he's gonna hit it with a chair. Oh, Diener just smashed the shit out of that can on his head. Eric Young appears to be in big trouble here. Well, Diener's going up the ladder. What's he planning here? It sounds like the crowd is chanting, "You sick fuck." Right? You sick fuck. You sick fuck. Let's go, Eric. Death Valley Driver. Oh, he missed the fucking garbage can. He meant to put him on the garbage can and missed it. Oh, Khan is now attacking Eric Young on the outside. Essentially 2-on-1 match.
I don't know why. I think I've watched a little bit too much. The baby has watched too much kids shows where all of a sudden in my head I was like, run
Ooh,
it up, run it up. I'm just like, let's count how many.
I didn't like that. Just clipped the edge of the trash can, didn't land
Right?
on it. So, like, because, like, every time you see a trash can, it always crushes. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, that took the impact, but just clipping it, it's like,
But
oh,
I couldn't tell if he actually
I
just
don't
clipped
think
it or
that
if he
took
missed
any
it. It looked
impact at
like he
all.
kind of did clip the edge of it. Yeah.
I thought that's stupid. He helped him uh tie his own stuff up, but he helped him tie his stuff up to the roof.
Fucking Khan, right? They tried to handcuff Eric Young, and Eric Young handcuffed him.
Now you telling me that man ain't big enough to snap that thing? Now you telling me that man ain't big enough to snap that thing?
Right? No doubt. Thanks for joining, Smark. I don't know if it's got to be. I'm sure it's Mac, probably not Classic, but some Mac, Classic, whoever it is in the chat. If it's both y'all, what's up? Thanks for chiming in. It is wild. The staple gun is wild in general.
And not too many people do it.
No,
So,
I don't blame him. I wouldn't fucking be doing that shit either. Here we go. More of it. Oh,
Ladies
right in
and
the hand.
gentlemen, we're about to close this poll. Get off the pole.
Get off
Charlie,
the
get off
pole.
the pole. You're getting too old to be swinging on that pole.
oh, I think it was Joey Janela who took
Classic.
a staple gun to the tongue.
Oh, no.
Hi,
What's up, Jay
Hassan.
Classic? Hope all's well. What's up, Hassan? Yeah, I see. I mean, periodically you'll see. I think Moxley likes to staple money to people's heads and shit, or papers and shit. I've seen that a few times. I think it was Moxley
Yeah,
that's
like
done it a couple
the
times.
forehead. Yeah.
Yeah, like to the forehead and shit. That shit's insane. Oh,
Ladies and
Eric Young
gentlemen.
off the top of the ladder with the elbow.
But the thing is that the forehead is the best place to take
1,
it.
2. Wow, Diener kicked out of that elbow drop from the top of
I
that
mean, there's
ladder.
no good way to take it, but the forehead is the best place to take it if you
Probably.
are
I
going
mean,
to.
I don't know because I've never tried to take a staple, and I don't know where would hurt more. But I promise I'd rather get it in the forehead than I mean, other
The
places I
tongue.
can think of.
I mean, depends on how thick the skin is. I've accidentally stapled my
How big the
hand.
staple is.
Yeah, like
You
I
got
I
bigger
don't know.
staples
Probably
than others.
that's probably why I like hardcore things. I've accidentally stapled my hand. I slammed my hand and legs in the door. I've locked my fingers in the door. I so it's she's at work, her son. I'm sorry. You missed her. She was on earlier.
She,
Um
yeah,
you
she
can
won't be
always
here.
go back.
Oh.
Yeah, go back to all in and watch her beautiful face grace that screen.
I'm trying to remember who it was. Like a month ago, somebody got a staple gun out. It
Oh,
might have been Christian Cage who took one to the balls.
oh, I don't remember that, but damn, that's brutal.
Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it was like Bully Ray.
Low blow. Diener just hit a low blow on Eric Young. Khan's got him
But
up in a choke slam. Oh, he choke slammed him on the chair. One, two. Eric Young kicked out. Holy shit.
but the thing about the balls is that like with the pants, like you wouldn't see it, so you don't have to actually do it.
Right.
You can just gimmick it and pretend that they stapled your
And you
balls.
staple the pants and not the balls.
Yeah, or not even use the staple at all.
Well, there's that too.
People wouldn't be able to see it anyways.
There's that too. Diener is getting the door. Oh no, it's a board with barbed wire. Oh my god. My daughter chose to have like a play date for our grandson. So there's like fuck, I don't know, 10 kids here right now, and the fucking house is
Shit.
just insanely loud. You can just hear like 8 of them just screaming at the top of their lungs in the other room right now. It's fucking insane.
Listen, I've only had one in-house. Well, the kids that come here, they know the thing. But my nephew is about to have a first birthday, and his mom was
No, he's
like,
not. I'm
oh,
sorry.
he
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, I saw the same thing you did, and I'm like, is he gonna really tote them? And he did it, but they both missed. One barely got there. The other one just totally missed.
Eric Young had Khan and Diener up on his shoulders and dropped them both on that board with barbed wire. Yep. Whatchamacallit's right. J Classic's comment. I expect EY to kick out everything. The man came back from the dead, for Christ's sakes. That is true. This is true. They did kill him, but he is back. And EY gets the win.
You know, your ladies and gentlemen, those who voted in the poll, it was straight up 100% of you all chose Eric Young.
So I will have to get a next gen console sometime next year
Oh
if I want
yeah,
to play Grand Theft Auto 6.
yeah. Are you a big Grand Theft Auto guy?
I mean, I've played every one since like San Andreas.
Yeah. I'm not a big Grand Theft Auto guy. I mean, it's okay. I don't. Like I said before, probably more times than everybody wants to know on the stream. I really only play sports games. So, and
ALW, you think
honestly,
you have a
I guess
what?
I'm a square, but like I'm not really big into like shooting people and beating up prostitutes and fucking hookers and that kind of shit. Like,
It's
I don't
hilarious.
know. That just doesn't really overly excite me in
It's
my video game.
hilarious. I've played it. It's hilarious. Now, my favorite game, and I will shout this from the heaventops. My brother accidentally got a game as a kid because older people they don't pay attention. Called BMX XXX, and literally the whole game is X rated. And if you get certain points, like women come out. Literally, I thought it was gonna be like graphic. No, it's like a real video of a woman stripping on a pole. And
Nice,
then, mind you,
nice.
my favorite part is when I have a J on the back of my bicycle and I fall in the middle of the mission and she go, "You suck harder than I do." I was like, I deliberately used to just fall and she's like, "You know what? You suck harder than I do." And I'm like, or you give a J a light and he sets a building on fire, then you gotta do the mission to put the building out. I'm just this is
Mission
so
games, I'm not like, and to the point where like on like not W well both WWE 2K and NBA 2K, but especially NBA 2K, which I play all the time. Like they have on their career mode, they have like all these missions you could do. I don't do none of those missions. All I do is just play the basketball games themselves. I don't do none of the missions. I don't do none of that shit. I played Final Fantasy one time on GameCube, I think it was, in like fucking 2010 or something, and I had the little handbook, and I played until the very last level, and I thought the game was beaten, and I'd missed something like 5 levels before, and I couldn't go back and get it, and I was so fucking pissed, and ever since then, I'm never playing a
Listen,
role playing level game again like that. I'm done.
my brother has been trying to. He, me and him have been going back and forth about this. My nephew does not have a headset. He actually believes that they can just hear him, and so he talks smack. Mind you, I think he's like what 6 years old now. He talks smack. He is killing grown folk in the game, and I'm like, and my brother's like, what do you? I was like, yeah. My brother's like, he could really like do Twitch and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, he could, but I don't want him to like, cause like the other day, like I said, he gave us a list. I want I want Sting from such and such era. I want Hogan from this era. I want this and this. And I'm like, hold on, where did you learn these people from? He's like, I watch Peacock. I watch YouTube. I go back and watch old wrestling. And I was like, that's my boy. It brought a tear to my eye.
Should I play Final Fantasy?
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't. That's a game that I was playing that I thought I made it to the end and realized I'd missed something like 5 levels earlier and couldn't go back and get it, and I was so irritated that I didn't. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't, but
Okay, see,
I
this is
mean,
the thing they were talking about up to the match. They didn't say how they changed it or who they changed it to. They just said the match had been changed. Oh, ALW for reference, because I keep forgetting. On Sunday the 3rd,
yeah,
AEW All Out is the same day as MLW Fury Road.
right. They're at the same time too, right?
Let me go over and look.
I'm pretty sure
ML,
that. Go ahead.
yeah, because I know All Out is at 8, so it probably is the same time.
I think MLW's at 8 too.
Okay, so you want to
I
do that?
figured we just watch them together on this, on our stream,
Okay,
whatever.
I'll change the graphic and that's it.
Yep.
'Cause I can just pop that in real
I
quick.
can watch one on my computer screen and one on my phone or whatever. Or however many people we got here, if there's two of us, one can watch one can watch the other, or both. Everyone can watch both, or whatever you want to watch. Somehow some amalgamation. Well,
Somehow,
people here will be
somewhere, we'll
watching
make it
both
work today.
MLW and All Out.
We'll work it out. We'll work it out.
Those are the best kind of watch-alongs I like. Those are the dual kind of watch-alongs I like. When you can do 2 or 3 shows at one time, as opposed to 2 or 3 shows at different times in the day.
So who is now not in the match?
That's the
And
damn. We're
who is
gonna find out
hurt?
here because the match is about to start. So
I I hate when they do this. They should give people cover your stuff and they want to cover it correctly. 'Cause I could misspell some people's names. I'm like that lady and that man. Yep, that people. I'll do it. Don't make me do it. I love Giselle Shaw. It's nothing.
Saturday's
Walk all
payback,
over me.
right? And then Sunday is All Out
Yeah.
and MLW.
Hmm.
Okay.
So yes, it's a multi-show.
And Payback is on at the same time as Collision.
Yep. Every AEW pay-per-view is now on at the same time as Collision.
That'll work. That'll work. We'll have to stay an extra hour for the last hour of the AEW pay per view, or knowing Tony Khan, maybe 2 fucking hours because he likes to do fucking 4 hour pay per views.
I know oh yeah, you talking about yeah.
I mean, so does
But
WWE though.
yeah,
Not lately. Lately they've been getting us in and out. They don't want to do too much.
I missed the 2 hour tight NXT takeover pay per view.
There go Kylan King. And who else will be her mate? Because Taylor Wilde got hurt. I didn't think I had to use my my keyboard, but now I look like I will.
Jody Threat. She wasn't supposed to be in the match, so
Nope.
that's the change.
Did she just fall?
Did she just fall?
That would look like. Oh, she had a Nick Gage moment. Yes, Jody. See, ladies and gentlemen, if you had, I'm just gonna take the covenant. I'm just gonna keep calling them the covenant. In this question, they're gonna stay the covenant, okay? Ooh, I love MK Ultra.
I do too. I'm a big fan of MK Ultra.
Yes. Call me. Call me. I'll definitely come here.
I have no listen. They did a promo. MK Ultra did a promo. I think it was on Impact on Thursday,
Mhm,
um, where Killer Kelly spoke in English and Masha spoke in Russian. I have
mhm.
no problem. You guys can speak in whatever language the fuck you want to speak in. I don't have a problem with it. But when it's on my TV screen, give me fucking subtitles because I want to know what the fuck you're saying. If you're not
Gen-
gonna give me subtitles, then don't fucking speak in a different language that I can't fucking. It's not my fault that I'm watching an American wrestling show on an American wrestling channel and I don't know Russian. That shouldn't be a requirement to understand the storyline. Like, put the subtitles. I'm not saying she can't speak Russian. By all means, speak it. Just put on the subtitles so I know what the fuck they're saying.
Listen, ALW, we all know from wrestling history what happens. Even if you translate it, because I've went out my way to find out some stuff one time. All that man did was repeat what the person had said before them, but I was like, I spent 2 hours figuring this out for this.
All in
For
Google
this.
Translate. It's all.
For this.
I don't like you either.
I'm holding my phone up. I'm holding my phone up, and I'm like, after the first 2 sentences, I'm like, he is literally just repeating what he said. This is a waste of my time.
Which might very well be true. That's fine. In which case, I get it. But if they're saying something different, I want to know what they're saying.
No.
As an
Yeah.
American that doesn't speak a foreign language, it's hard to get invested in a storyline or a character when I don't understand what they're talking about.
I just want Stardom to provide me some English, okay?
Yes, I agree.
If Noah can do it, you can do it.
And I know that sounds terrible. I mean, I shouldn't be like that,
That
but
doesn't sound terrible when you're like, I'm interested in your product and I want to know why
yeah,
people are doing
exactly.
what they're doing. It's like, at least I can say, in your scenario, we already know what the story is. We already know the story of why they did what they did. But if it's just a fresh company and that's all they speak, you do want some type of translation to understand.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, if you're trying to appeal to a bigger market, you got to do something, right? I mean, English isn't the most widely spoke language in the world for no reason, right? I mean, it whether we want to, whether it's right or wrong, whether it's good or bad or whatever it is, whether it's done with good intentions or whatever, it is the reality. And if you want to include the world at large that speaks English and doesn't speak a lot of other languages, then you should be encouraged. Like I said, I don't need you to change it. I don't even look if Stardom doesn't want to put on um, English announcers, then just give us subtitles on your TV shows, on your Japanese commentary. I'm fine with that. I just want to know what they're saying one way or the other. I don't mind reading the subtitles. I just want to know one way or the other. You can't do it all in Japanese and not give me subtitles and expect me to be invested. You just can't.
What I don't like is that you have English speakers like Mariah May there, and they will stand there and then proceed to go backstage, pick up their X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and proceed to cut a promo in English. You could just gave me out there, but you couldn't do it because nobody would understand. And I'm like, and so if they can't do it because you don't understand it there, how do you think I feel at home?
Right. And that's what I'm saying. So, like, if the problem is you don't, the Japanese wrestlers can't speak English in a way that makes it legible, that's fine. And they don't have to. I'm not saying that everyone has to speak English. I'm saying give English viewers English subtitles. That's not that hard.
I
It's
think
really
we've gotten used to companies like New Japan Pro Wrestling being able to give us both.
right,
And so even with like what is it, Kevin Kelly, he has a partner there who speaks, who understands the language and can speak back.
right, right,
He is just the commentator who tells you what to see. Now
right,
they're talking in another language. The person who is there translates.
right. Yeah.
But
I mean,
generally I can tell by watching, because I watch other wrestling shows that are not in English.
right,
I can tell you by their movements and their actions, okay, this is a personal thing or whatever. My
right.
issue with Stardom is every time I turn on your YouTube channel, I'm looking at two girls giggling in the bathroom and talking, and I don't understand. And the next minute they are fighting each other and trying to break each other's neck. I don't know how we got there.
Right. Yeah, like I said, I don't mind foreign language stuff. I watch some foreign language films. I'll watch foreign language shows, but they have subtitles so that I can at least understand what I'm watching.
And you
That's
can't do
not a
it
lot to
live.
ask for. I'm not demanding things in English. I'm not saying that at all. I just want English subtitles or an
And
option for English
to
subtitles.
me, it's not something that's very hard
I
because
wouldn't
I
think
know
so.
I know here on YouTube, some people don't know. I have, because of Sammy, I think it's on two or three shows. There is another language available of this show. So when you look at the captions, they see us talking in a different language.
Yeah,
Uh, there also is closed captioning because again, I've grew up with a lot of people in my family, and I've had a lot of deaf people who like to
right.
be involved. So you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
them to have the action and stuff.
yeah.
So that's something that's available for YouTube channels like Stardom and other channels that want to grow their brand. It's
Yeah, like when
easy.
I find a stardom match on YouTube, I can put on well, if they're available, I can put on the closed captions and kind of
Yeah,
get what they're saying. But like when I watch just a weekly stardom show, there's no first of all, I can't watch it on my TV because I don't have a web browser on my television. So I have to watch it on my phone or my computer, and those don't have it doesn't come with a closed caption option like my TV does.
ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of this, where they just showed up, I had to make two more graphics for this. That pissed me off. That really did piss me off. I was like, I had to do this. This was y'all gonna. Yeah, this is what y'all got me doing. Y'all put them during shows. Like I gotta impact victory. Do you know how hard it was for me to even get somewhat slightly close to the what that graphic was supposed to look like? I had
Yep.
to fight the devil to try to get that to get to work. I was like, "You gonna work today, Satan? We're gonna work today."
All
So,
right. Yeah.
what do you think lasted longer, All In or SummerSlam?
Do you have the times in front of you
Uh,
to tell us one way or the other?
I know how long SummerSlam was. I googled it.
Which was longer, SummerSlam or All In? I'm gonna say SummerSlam.
You are correct. SummerSlam was longer.
I'm gonna say SummerSlam was longer by 27 minutes. I don't know why. Just that sounds like a decent number. How long? How much longer was it longer?
I mean, it was like 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, you were close.
Aha.
I mean, are we counting from when the match uh, ended though? That's a real question because like both of them had a lot of hoopla after the match. Well,
Yeah.
I'd say AEW had more hoopla after the match with the whole Adam Cole MJF and then the
Right.
hugging.
Doing the hugging and the confetti and the standing in the ring and the yeah. No, I mean I probably bell to bell from the opening bell of the first match of the main card to the open to the closing bell of the main event match. You know, probably is the time that I'm more interested in. But Honestly, it doesn't really matter. It's all running time, right? What I'm really interested in is
Mhm.
getting off the air at a reasonable time, in a reasonable package amount of time. So if you're going to talk for another hour between matches or after matches because of all the hoopla, then yeah, that does have an impact, and that doesn't make me happy.
I mean, for us, we're on the air like half an hour longer for AEW shows, though, because we watch the AEW pre-shows. We don't watch
Correct.
the
That's
WWE
true.
pre-shows.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if WWE had matches on their pre-shows, we might. I mean, I would at least think about it for sure, depending on what the matches were. But it's been so long since they've had any matches on a pre-show that I have no interest in listening to Sam Robertson and fucking Booker T talk for an hour about preview the show for an hour.
I mean, I'll turn it on. I just, I don't do it on stream. I just watch in the comfort of my own living room while usually making food or something.
Yeah.
Listen, nobody should have an hour long pre-show when I'm like, I have to wait for the only semi, which is not even semi no more, thing when Booker T goes, you know what? This is about sucker ducker quack quack. Like, what, my dude? We gonna do this?
There we go. MK Ultra with the win. I didn't quite see what that move was. It looked like a double DDT. I'm not totally sure what that move was. But MK Ultra with the finish.
I went to get snacks earlier and I picked up some pickles,
Pickles. What kind of pickles?
bread and butter,
Bread and butter. We
snappy,
bought some
sweet,
pickles
sucker
at
punch pickles.
we
And
bought
it
some pickles
says
at
our
at the
pickles pack
farmers
a
market.
punch for knockout flavor.
Slobby. I got Slobby now. You call him Slobby. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, King. Yeah, buddy. You watching wrestling.
Woot woot.
Johnny Swinger, baby.
So the
I don't think
next,
I got any picks wrong, did I?
I don't
I think we're both 2-0.
see. I'm just keeping up with it.
Well, also the pre-show.
We
I
didn't
don't
do
think we
any
didn't do
predictions for the
picks for the
picture.
pre-show.
No,
I'm pretty sure we picked for Joe Hendry, did we not?
no.
Oh, we didn't pick for Joe Hendry. Okay.
Hmm.
But I think they put the picks in on like,
I thought we
I
did
think they
pick for
put it
Joe
in
Hendry.
like a little later on. So we just did the main card because that's the only thing we were watching.
Hmm.
You know what? Johnny Swinger, every time I see him, he makes me feel icky. And
Mm-hmm.
like I wouldn't want to be left alone with him.
Yep. He's doing his job. That's how you're supposed to feel. Uh,
It look like his hair ain't been washed in like 45 days. And
it's that same feeling you get when you
he
watch Joey
almost
Ryan.
beginning to look like Tommy Dreamer in the face.
Yeah, he does. He does look like Tommy Dreamer in the face.
At least with Johnny Swinger, I don't feel like he's actually like that, like at home.
You think Joe? You think what
I
you
think
call
he
it
like
is
that at
really like
home.
that at home?
I think he's
Joey Ryan? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm looking here at the picks again. We did not pick for uh the pre-show, which is weird because I swear I thought I saw the Joe Hendry pick, but I guess not. I guess I must have imagined it in my head somehow. That's so weird.
you know what it is? Joe Hendry has a match on every pre-show of every Impact Wrestling show. I think we
But
did it last week for him. But
yes,
not
I
this
had
week.
Eric Young and I had MK Ultra. So far I'm 2-0. Swinger
We
defeated
might have
Dice.
picked all the same picks.
However, Swinger believes the champion.
Because you didn't pick yours on air. We might have picked all the same picks.
Yep.
Who'd you pick
Ladies
for
and
this?
What is this? This is Swinger?
You picked Swinger?
No. I got Kenny King.
for
Oh,
the
yes.
Impact Digital Media Championship,
Yeah.
it is Kenny King versus Johnny Swinger and what they call a fight bite match. I don't understand that, but you
I
know
have no
what?
idea what the fuck that's about to be, but
Me
I guess
neither.
we're gonna find out.
And is that his? I'm about to say, I thought he was gonna write that down to the ring.
So I know is she saying that sign is usually used with something on the other side so that you know it's greater or less than, but she's just using it here as is CM saying bread and butter pickers are less than?
No, she had put before that, which I showed. She said ew, and then she put the shine to show. That's what she said ew to bread and butter.
Okay. So she is saying ew to bread and butter pickles. All right.
Yeah.
I got gherkins in the fridge.
Yeah, I prefer
I,
gherkins. Well, no, I prefer just your classic dill crunchy. I don't like sweet pickles. I'm not a fan of sweet pickles. I don't mind sweet relish like on my hot dog, but I don't like sweet
How dare
pickles in
you?
general.
How dare you? Let me tell you something. The greatest combination I used to have as a teenager: a pickle with a now later in the middle of it. Great.
What the fuck?
my favorite, my favorite are spicy gherkins.
No, the fuck you didn't just say that. And now and later in the middle of a pretzel? I mean, the middle of a pickle?
Yep. It was good. It was good. It's that sweet and salty mixed together. That was great.
Uh,
Now
the
they make
giant pickles.
that's what we should do. We should do a review of Dorisha's pickles. It is a Kool-Aid pickle. And everybody says it's great. She has different flavors, like fruit
Hoolicles.
and grape. I want to buy that. I want to
We
try
should do
it.
that, dude. We should all
Can't
go
we just
out and
make them?
buy like 2 or 3 of the same jars of pickles and then have a taste test all together.
Can't we just make hoolicles instead of having to? Because
Nah,
I've
see,
never seen them for sale. Like everyone just like makes those.
no. They sell them. And Dorisha pickles was a thing. I have to send you out a video. People reviewing it out the behind. One lady bought 2 big boxes of it. She after she ate, tried some. But what it is that her pickles had not only sit in that syrup and that color, but it's like the lady said it tastes like candy. It no longer tastes like a pickle. If you get to that point, I can go ahead and eat it. I can go ahead and do it.
Yeah,
I
like I
told
said,
CM, I said, can we do like a review? Like CM, you recommend something, everybody recommends something, we try it out. We know she can't do meat, so it has to be like
right.
a non-meat product. But then it dawned on me, I was like, I can't have nothing either. I'll be there. I can be your judge, judge and taste tester. Okay, King, we're about to put a poll in the chat. You ready? You ready, buddy?
Shout out what your favorite kind of pickle is in the comments. Me, it's a spicy gherkin.
Classic dill.
The Vlasic.
Sure, I like Vlasic. I like them all, but yeah, I like a Vlasic. My wife and I we went to the farmers market on last weekend sometime. I forget when it was, and we bought some pickles from a guy that makes his own pickles, and they were actually really good. They were they weren't sweet. They were savory pickles, and but there was like 5 in a little package, and they were actually really good.
Yeah, I really like the gherkins because they're bite sized and they're really crunchy.
Yeah, I just can't do the sweet on the pickles like that. Like I said,
Listen,
unless it's sweet on my sweet relish on my hot dog, that I can do. But gherkins are too sweet.
Only if you buy the sweet ones.
Well, there's that.
this
Yeah,
baby,
I've never bought sweet gherkins. My parents used to when I was a kid, and
You want
if I'm gonna get a sweet pickle, I don't want it to be a gherkin. I want it to be like slices,
Right?
sliced bread and butter. I also wouldn't want a whole spear that's bread and butter.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. Fat fingers. Happens every time. Happens every time. And somebody voted too. How can you vote in a poll that wasn't available? It just said
Oh, one
vote for who, and you
one
like, yeah.
that I like is the stackers. Those are
Yeah,
good
the
on
stackers are
sandwiches.
good.
The
Those
ones
are
that
good
are
for
cut in long
sandwiches.
ways. Yeah.
Mhm. That's one of those. That's one of those 100% convenience products because you can buy a jar of pickles and cut your own stackers for half the price that that jar of stackers pickles costs. But it's so much easier to just buy the stackers and not have to cut them yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's the ultimate first world lazy man fucking product.
It's a genius idea, though. Shout out to whoever did that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a
Good.
huge peanut butter and jelly fan, and it's the same way I feel about goobers. Like the day I discovered peanut butter and jelly together in the same jar, it was a wrap. I mean, it's I don't need bread anymore. I could just use a spoon and eat the whole fucking thing. It's a wrap. Like
There you
Wait,
go.
wait, what?
Poll is
What are you
up.
talking about?
goobers, it comes with the peanut butter and the jelly together in one
Oh,
One
container.
jar, yeah.
Yeah, you can get a strawberry or grape. It's a wrap. It's all over with. Once they put them together, it was like, oh hell yeah.
Oh
I mean,
no.
it's lazy man in its first world. Like I could make my own peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but
Listen, I think I can up you. Liquid eggs and pancakes, egos that I already made. Those are listen.
I wouldn't buy the goober. I'd just buy an uncrustable instead.
I've left
yeah,
out 2 out of 4 who will sit and just watch wrestling with me. This infant child is like, let me just watch Kenny King beat up Johnny Swinger right here.
I try because I'm already way too big and eat way too many carbs that when I try to eat less carbs and bread if I can. So like if I eat a hamburger or a hot dog, usually now I don't eat a bun anymore. If I have peanut butter and jelly, like I usually don't eat bread on the sandwich. I usually just eat it in a bowl, especially because the peanut butter itself is already carbs and fat enough. So
She says she eats poultry and wild game.
yeah,
Listen, I'm gonna say this, and some people might take it offensive. In high school, I had a Black History class. It was elective, and we had the bean pies from like like the Muslims, like
hmm
Farrakhan and stuff.
yeah.
It caused me for months on end. So every time I saw one of them in the street, to stop and get a bean pie. I don't know. It was like addictive. It was like my mom would be right now. She's like, "Stop! You see him in the street? Stop!" I had to get one.
Yeah.
Mom was like, "One slice of this pie." We also in high school ate chocolate covered crickets, and
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
wasn't my
No, I have
thing.
that ongoing as a big dude with terrible metabolism. I have an ongoing argument all the time, both with myself and with other people. Like, I know I shouldn't eat that taco because it's terrible for me, but at the same time, like, what is my quality of life if I can't eat a taco? Like, I don't want to live a life where I can't eat a taco. And at the same time, I know that taco's gonna fucking kill me. So it is what it is, right? Like, I mean, I don't.
That
I'm on.
that taco's not that bad for you. It's eating 20 tacos that gets you.
Or the donut or whatever it is. That I mean,
Okay, one donut is bad for you.
taco might
There's
have been
no
a
way
bad
around that.
taco might have been a bad comment, but I mean, bad comparison. But at the same time, I mean,
I just
it's that concept of I shouldn't be eating this, but I want to. The whole idea of having to forcefully deprive myself of food drives me fucking nuts. I hate it.
sugar
Hmm.
free, sugar free everything. I've kind of learned to love. But the one thing
Yeah,
I did struggle with 2 years ago that I had to stop that I will never have again. I can't have a soda.
yeah,
And it's like, after surgery you can't have soda. I was like, what? Not
yeah.
even a sugar free one. It's like never. No carbonations whatsoever. And I was like, who can go without carbonation?
And
But
more than
it got
anything, like
good.
it just drives me nuts that I even have to think about it. I just want to eat what I want to eat when I want to eat it and not have to think about it, but I don't have that ability because
But
of
you know
my
what? It's
lifestyle,
better.
metabolism, all that stuff. I mean, I just don't.
I know I'm old, but I know originally the options that we had before were not something that anybody should ever have to eat. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you can take it personal, but morning star is from the devil. I don't know who made that, but it tastes like you eat cardboard every single time you eat it. You put seasoning in it, still don't help it. It's still
Yeah.
bad.
I mean, a lot of that stuff has gotten a lot better over the last, 20 years or so. But yeah, I mean, it's still, you can tell a difference between vegan food and not vegan food and,
Well, no,
real
not
meat
as
and not
much
real.
as you used to. You know, like I you heard me smacking on it earlier when I said it. Russell Stover's make sugar free candy. I
Yep.
swear to God, to me, it tastes like sugar is dead in it.
Yeah.
I can, and I sit there and I try. I have to tell myself, stop eating this. Stop
Yeah.
eating.
Yeah.
The impossible meat is pretty deceptive, though.
It
Yes,
Like
is.
the
It
only
is.
cue for it is like, oh, this is pretty salty. Like,
It's the best of what I mean. In my opinion, it's the best of the plant-based options out there. It's the one that tastes the least like you're eating something besides meat.
yeah. The only cue to it is that it's saltier than normal meat is.
Right. No, and I don't know about Russell Stovers, but I know you got to be careful with some of that, a lot of that sugar-free stuff because they add other chemicals that aren't good for you.
Hmm. I picked
It's
up
all that shit.
this
Like,
little.
they make those baked lays for oh, you can eat those baked lays. Oh, those are good for you. Those are good potato chips. Well, they're made with a lesser that fucking destroy your stomach. Like, yeah,
So ingredients: yellow
hmm
corn, sunflower oil, cane sugar, and sea salt. That's it.
yeah, and they're disgusting. I've had those. Sorry,
mm.
I do not like those popcorners. I've had them or whatever. I cannot stand them.
Oh, I can. You know, I can't really do corn anyway, but it is. You tell them it's bad. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah,
I've
make you
tried
mad.
those. I've tried veggie straws. I've tried all those things. None of them are good, in my opinion. Not when you're comparing it to a Frito or a Cheeto or a Lay's potato chip. There's just no. It's just not. I mean, it's just you can suffer through it, but you know you're suffering through it. I can eat a rice cake and be okay with it, but I don't know I'm eating a rice cake and I want a potato chip. So
Listen, don't talk about my rice cakes because the chocolate and the caramel ones are be the jam. Listen, they are the jam. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have little kids around, goldfish they have changed my life. Okay, because now they make goldfish in like cupcake flavors and pizza flavors, and I'm like, never should have told me this.
yeah, and that's the other thing too, right? So like you do these things like rice cakes that are supposed to be healthy for you, but nobody fucking eats them and nobody buys them except for a handful of people. So then you make chocolate ones and caramel ones, and it's like, well, what's the fucking point now? They're no longer the healthy snack alternative that they used to be.
I I love a good rice cake. I love a good rice cake. I also love a good healthy cereal now. Listen, I want to make this stigma out from just because we look big doesn't mean we know all the food places, we eat everything. Some of us eat healthy, okay?
I got. I bought a box of Frosted Flakes and got to try them for the first time.
She said, just because I'm big don't mean I know all the food places, all right? Right?
My favorite thing is they're like, do you have a recommendation on something to eat? I know. And first, don't be asking me. Do I look like I know every restaurant around here. No, I don't. Hey, I'm a homebody. I don't ride them streets like that. It's too dangerous out there when you out here. No.
Like that's a weird thing. I feel like with my family, like most of the time we only had the two kinds of cereal, and every once in a while we'd get to pick one.
Uh huh.
I'd never picked Frosted Flakes. Like the
Yeah.
ones we already had, always had were shredded mini wheats,
Uh huh.
which I found
Yeah.
out as an adult are actually terrible for you.
They don't taste
And
that good either, honestly.
the other one we had is Raisin Bran growing up.
Hmm.
So whenever I got to choose the cereal, I like honeycomb was a big one I'd pick. I also liked Pops.
Yeah.
So like there's so many cereals out there that I had never tried as a kid that now as an adult I'm finally trying. And Frosted Flakes was the last one I tried.
Interesting.
Pretty good. Frosted
Yeah,
Flakes are pretty good.
I'm not a huge cereal eater. The only kind of cereal I really like are a couple of the bad ones, and so I don't eat it very often. If it's really not Captain Crunch, I'm not very interested. I'll eat Honey Bunches of Oats and sometimes Cinnamon Life, but that's really about it. It's really Captain Crunch, and it's got to be the peanut butter Captain Crunch, and it's so bad for me that I just don't. I don't ever buy it.
Captain Crunch tears up your mouth.
Oh yeah, it destroys your mouth, especially if you're super high and you shovel it in faster than you're supposed to. It'll fuck your whole shit up for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your Impact World Tour match, thank you. Flash Subculture versus the Rascals. He was like, "You don't give me this, serious lady." Subculture versus the Rascals.
Yep. And if we didn't announce it before, Kenny King beat Johnny Swinger to retain the Digital Media Championship in the
You
last
got the
match.
Rascals?
Who did I pick? I picked Subculture, I think. Let me just double check here. Yeah, I picked Subculture.
All right, this is where we differ, ALW. We're
Eh,
gonna find out who's in the lead now.
I
Hey,
mean, I think the Rascals are going to be tag team champions again, especially since Wentz is back. But Subculture just won this, what, 2 pay-per-views ago or a month ago? I mean, they're not, I just don't think they're going to lose this fast.
also,
WWE, I
I'd
think
like
you
to
figure out
mention
what you're
how
gonna do.
different they look since they've left WWE.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Dolores?
I need WWE to figure out what they're gonna do. They said they're not gonna show the superstar spectacular, but John Cena going over there, so then they might show it. I'm like, y'all need to figure out what y'all gonna do.
So I noticed that they were hyping up John Cena. John Cena returns to SmackDown. John Cena returns to SmackDown. John Cena back to WWE. He's not actually coming back, right? He's just making a one-off
I
appearance.
think he's supposed to wrestle in uh India for the superstar spectacular.
But the way they make it sound like he's coming back, like for an extended stay, and I don't think that's right. Right? It's just like a one-off match again, like normal.
I
It might be a
mean,
couple of matches like he did last time when you like pop in
yeah,
and out from week to week.
Okay.
like he showed up like 5 times over the process of 2 months. Like that.
Yeah.
That's quite a bit. That's quite a
Yeah.
bit.
I mean, it's more than Roman does as champion, uh,
That is true.
but that's not the same as being a weekly WWE wrestler. Also, like when you say I'm back, I think, oh, you're back weekly. Like I'm going to see John Cena again full time wrestling, but I don't think that's the case. I think that's what WWE wants you to think, so that you're sucked into coming.
Yeah, but in reality, it's I'm going to be here for 5 of about 8 weeks in
Right,
order to get back to have a good match at a pay-per-view.
right. And then I'll disappear again for the rest of the year. It'll be a little 5 or 6 week spot, and won't be back again until next year.
Well, right now he has nowhere to go
What do you mean?
That's true.
because of the strike.
Because the strikes, there's no acting going on.
There is no acting. You're right. Well, there is still some, but yeah, for the most part, you're right.
Yeah,
Uh,
the shows that are already like pre-wrote out, pre-scripted, all those things, those are still going, but who would like already had been renewed and
Right, right. But yeah, no, that makes sense. Actually, that makes more sense. He needs that paycheck probably. So, well, maybe he doesn't need it, but
knowing him, he probably do.
I mean, he's probably bored though.
I know I would. I know I would need the paycheck. I don't care how much money I make. I always spend more than I got.
You remember even when he was like attempting to get married, he kind of was like I like to find the things in life. I don't have to be
Yeah.
around you all the time. I was like, girl, you trying to tell me something? And I don't think that's something that most people just go away like, I don't want to be around you. I'm not that type of person to hang up onto somebody. He probably like,
But
man, I gotta get out of the house. I'm stuck in the house with my wife.
If you
John
feel
Cena's always
honestly,
doing
here,
something.
listen. This is from the heart. This is 100% truth. If I've never said anything else more factual than this, this is it. If you're in a relationship with someone that you have to get away from, you're in the wrong relationship. It's that simple. You shouldn't be in a relationship where your feelings are like, I got to get away from that person. That's the wrong person to be in a relationship with.
No, sometimes you have that feeling when you're sitting there and you love that person, you love them to death, and they like, I don't know, men. What do you all do? Belch or fart for the 50th nine time? You got to be like, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. I got to
I
go.
mean, it's one thing
I
to go in the
can't.
other room for a minute. It's another thing to be like, I can't be around this person anymore. Like, that's a different situation.
Like
Yeah,
I
You either accept, listen, you either accept people for who they are, or you can't be with them, right? That's what love is about. It's about loving people unconditionally. And if you can't accept me for 100% of who I am, then we shouldn't be in this relationship. Go be with somebody else if you can.
yeah. The lockdown led to quite a few divorces.
you can love your family and want to slap the shit out of them every once in a while. It
Oh, of course, of course.
so it's like you can have that mixed. It's not like you always want to get away from them, but every once in a while you like, girls' vacation don't sound so bad.
Uh,
Take a
Like,
boys' night
it's
out.
such a crazy thing to me, though. Like, how you gonna be married to someone for 10 years, but you like never actually spent time alone with them?
yeah,
Because you always had to work. You passed each other. Two spirits in the hallway.
uh, that's
That's a
not what
sad
I'm interested
existence.
in. That's exactly why. That's not what I'm in a relationship for. I am in a relationship to share my life with somebody. My wife is my best
Mm.
friend, plain and simple. And we spend every moment, almost of every day together that we're not doing stuff that we have to do away from each other. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Otherwise, why am I in a relationship? That's just the way I see it. I don't,
Some
That
people
that's the
have
way
a
to
bigger
be. That's
role.
the way to be.
Some people have a bigger role. If you both work, it's always got to be that person that's not as busy as somebody else. But if you are two busy people and you all are with the same schedule, then yeah, you can understand what it'll be like. I don't have necessarily all that time. We can spend time together, but I have to do this afterwards. Or you can make time. It depends on what it is.
I, I'm a firm believer that if you want to make a relationship work and you want to have a good marriage, especially, or a good, you know, um, significant other relationship, that has to come first over everything. That comes first over your career, your job. Maybe not your children if you have children, but it's got to come first over your job, over your hobbies, over your friendships. It's got to, because that's the most important thing going on in your life on a daily basis. If that's not what you're putting all of your more of your attention into than anything else, then you're missing. Then what are you doing? If the
I
both of you
think
are only focused on your career and don't care about the relationship, then why are you even in the relationship?
I learned sometimes that people have to stop having fairy tale expectations. My grandmother was like, I
Mhm.
met your granddaddy, and I was like, mm-mm, that ain't it.
Uh,
And then she eventually was like, I learned to like him and to love him. And to the point where, like, they had a fairy tale ending. Like, my grandfather passed away in her arms. Like, she was just holding him, and it was like a love affair. And I was like, I want that type of love.
uh,
And she's like, no, you have to figure out what you want. Sometimes you meet people and you're like, they don't fit a list. That list ain't gonna never be right. And
yep,
I'm like, yeah, I totally understand that. Not
that's
everybody's
true.
gonna fit your list.
That's true.
Even with
But
wrestling,
see, here's the thing, right? So here's the thing: you have to decide, right? So you have a list of 50 things, and is it really important for the partner to reach all of those 50 things? Is that the important thing, or is the important thing someone to share your life with? At some point you have to make that decision because you're not going to find someone to share your life with that has all 50 of those things. That person doesn't exist. They're not out there. Even the most perfect relationships, those people have issues. So it is, and they sacrifice something there's something that their spouse does that they don't like. I promise you. And
Yeah,
so you have to put up with something at some point, or you're going to be alone, or you're going to have a bunch of short relationships, which is fine if that's fine for you. That's fine. But
Is it though?
I mean, it
yeah,
depends on what's good for
Is
you. I
that
mean, it's
fine?
sure. I don't have a
yeah.
problem. I don't pass judgment on it. If you want to be a single bachelor and just either date, have girlfriends for a couple of years and move on, or date multiple women that know that you're dating multiple women and not having, that's fine. I don't care. I'm not saying marriage is the way to go. Marriage and kids is the way to go.
No, I
I'm
mean
saying,
it's different. It's different nowadays. I think what Sammy is thinking about, like Sammy is
I don't
single
think
but
that's
doesn't want to
conducive to
be
long term
single.
happiness.
Sammy wants to be in a long term relationship,
Well, yeah.
whereas some people, maybe me, are like, hey, let's just have a great time and hang out. Like I just
yeah,
want to have a great time, have fun.
and
If
there's nothing wrong with
if
that.
I
There's
find
nothing
it,
wrong with that.
it's great. If I don't, I don't. I just want to party like a rock star
And the
on the
people
way.
that know that, that's the thing. Here's the thing. The thing is that you have to know who you are. If
Yeah.
you're that person and you just have to accept her that way and find the people that are okay with being that way. There's nothing wrong with that. There's plenty of people out there that are like that. More power to you. You just have to be honest about who you are and what you're doing. You can't be with people that are commitment people and lead people on. You can't be with people, you know what I mean? You can't lie and tell people, oh, yeah, I'm here forever and then dip out a week later. Like, you got
Yeah.
to be honest about who you are and what's going on. And if you're a commitment person, and you're one of those fucking I met you and I'm marrying you, you got to be honest about that too because that scares people away also. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of finding the right person and the
Also,
right situation. I mean,
ladies and
Well,
gentlemen, because
also
I can
people
think
don't
of
like that
example.
either. They call it love bombing.
yeah,
Now,
absolutely.
people feel like they can fix or change anything, and you can't fix or change anything.
No,
Like
you can't.
I have literally met people in my lifetime where it's like, "Hi, I can just let's just chill out and look at movies," and I'm like, "Yo, I really want you to go home. Okay, I need you to go home. I don't want you here. Like I don't want you here."
Yeah.
And they're looking at me
There's
like,
literally,
"Go ahead, Sammy."
I was going to say, there's literally a complaint for anything that you do. So if
Oh, sure.
you're non-committal, then you're just playing games. If you're overly committal, then you're love bombing and
See, I
like
don't, I, I don't. As long as you're upfront about both and who you are as a person, I don't think you are playing games or love bombing. I think the issue becomes when you're not upfront about what's going on. When you're not telling someone, hey, listen, I'm not interested in a long-term relationship. I'm a bachelor. I'm seeing two other women at the same time. If you're okay with that, great, let's hang out. If you're not, then let's not. It's the guys that lie and say, oh yeah, I love you, I want to marry you, I'm not seeing anybody else, when they don't mean it and they have three other women that they're seeing at the same time. Those are the
Ladies
issues.
and
That
gentlemen,
that
this is,
becomes
this
the
is
issue.
the perfect example. I don't know if Sammy ALW know. This is the perfect example of the random man in Atlanta. Okay, the random man in Atlanta has it was a lady, Morgan. Shout out to you, Morgan, who has been doing TikToks with her baby, and she does these TikToks as a warning for women not to get pregnant. Like she's like, I got a book bag, a diaper, a work bag. It's hot outside. I got boobs sweat, my titties leaking. Hey, next time you hook up, wrap that thing up. And she's been saying it. And she's like, my baby from a random man in Atlanta. She refers to this man as a random man from Atlanta. She's been doing this for almost a year. The random man in Atlanta
That's funny.
decided to expose himself. And come to find out the random man in Atlanta left her along with a lot of other his baby mamas, because he got about 7 or 8.
Nice.
Soon after they had a baby. Like they were like 19, 20 year olds, and he would have a baby and just leave.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
even
that's
when
high
they found
class.
out that he had other kids, they were like, well, maybe he won't do that to me. And he did it to him. I was like, eventually, there should have been a warning sign.
Yeah.
A
The reality
warning
is most people don't change. You at your core, you kind of are who you are. I mean, you can work on stuff and you can get better as a person, in the scheme of things, but overall, you kind of are who you are. And people do. You're right. People, especially for whatever reason, women and bad boys or women think they can change these guys that are assholes because for whatever reason they're, oh, I'm the one that can do that, and it never works out. What I was saying before was that I don't care what kind of relationship you're in. If you want to be single and date all kinds of women, that's fine. Be upfront and honest. If you want to be married and have a successful marriage or successful close long-term relationship, it has to be your priority. Otherwise, it won't be successful. That's what I'm saying.
The bad boys excite them. Like
No, they don't incite us. They talk. Some dudes can talk a very good game.
Yep.
I mean, let's be
but
honest, and I'm gonna be real honest with you. Sasha Banks is a perfect example. Her husband literally on their first date was like running snot out of his nose and looked like she said he looked like he was going through some kind of breakdown. She thought I would never date this man ever in my life again.
Yep.
He said, "Well, just give me one more chance," and then she married him, and she's like,
Yeah.
that's been the greatest relationship I've ever had. But
Yep.
generally, that first impression, if you stumbling, slobbing, talking, and then you get to talking about your whole life and your future, and I just say hello, how you doing? That scares people. Whereas the
Sure.
bad boy is used to, he's a good actor. He knows how to play a role. He knows if you say this, he's gonna say this. If he's gonna do this, you do this. That's how they work.
Yep.
there's men out there that are, I mean, I'll call a spade, boring and lame.
Boring and
It
lame
is
is
what it
fine.
is.
Yeah.
Boring
I
and
mean, I
lame is
don't.
fine.
Not for all women. Not for all women. It's not.
No, you're
But
right. That's what, and that's why I'm saying. Like, you got to find the people that work for you, the person that works for you, and the person that you get along with, and that you can love unconditionally and accept for whoever they are. Because that's, I mean, if you're going to spend, 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 30 years with someone, you're going to have to accept them for who they are. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
and
Otherwise, you're going to be resentful and miserable the whole time. Like,
you can make commitments without necessarily getting married or
sure, oh yeah,
having.
100%.
It's like I think for people they fail to realize sometimes, and I even before my grandmother was killed, I had these conversations where it's like, why did you choose who you chose? And she was just like, ending up we were opposite. When I thought the opposite was a bad thing, it was actually a great thing. Like she is somewhat, I am somewhat like her. I will quickly tell you off about yourself and maybe hurt you. My granddad is more like, can we resolve this? We gonna work this out, okay? Don't make me have to go there. I will go there, but I'm trying to be peaceful. I'm like, oh, okay, I can see that how that works now because I've seen situations where she's at a 10 and he's at a 2, and then he's trying to pull her back. So he's like, so I don't want you to go to jail. Just bring that down. Bring that down. My mom and her friend, my mom could be at a 10, he could be at a 2. And when you look on the outside, or even when like you have these types of relationships, you're like, oh, okay, this ain't gonna work. Cause I'm like, Nuck, if you butt, we gonna swing on somebody, and you over here talking about, can we just talk this out? Can we work this out?
Uh,
Don't mean they won't swing. It just means they won't swing immediately. Cause I am the type of person. Oh, you over there fighting? Oh, don't worry about it. I'm about to wrap my hair. We about to Nuck. Listen, also, ladies and gentlemen, when people get to a certain age or disability, they don't have time to fight with you. So you think you about to square up with a disabled person, they just gonna try to kill you. That's it. That's just about it. We ain't got time for these types of things anymore.
hey, you got time for these types of things.
We done lived a full life. 3 hot cots in a meal and a free healthcare system is just fine for us.
Oh, here comes ABC to the ring, fucking shit up. The
Oh,
ref missed the
Going
count.
on.
Trey Miguel had the visual pin, and the ref missed it.
is that the good hands?
Did they ring the bell? Is this match over? Was it? Nope, not yet.
Did nobody get hit from the outside? So that poor camera cable man is over in the corner crying. Just cowering. Is that girl, Danny Luna? Outside.
I'm not sure.
See, that's what I'm talking about. She's like, y'all ain't gonna be doing this.
So who's ABC fighting?
Nobody on this paper, I don't think.
Well, no, I mean they came down and they were beating up on Subculture. It looked like, I think
No,
maybe it was the Rascals. One,
another team
two.
came out and started beating up on ABC.
It looked like the good hands because I saw the fist on the back of the jacket.
The good
Oh,
hands.
so the
Okay.
ABC came down and the Good Hands came down afterwards and started beating up on ABC.
And just
Oh, I
like
thought
that.
that was three. Come on, Subculture, let's go.
Lately, is it just me? But when you notice wrestling shows, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful mother, CM's in the house. CM in the house. CM in the house. See, I like most people. I don't add her to the stream unless she yeah. You gonna make me get in trouble. She gonna add herself. My sugar don't like me right now.
Yeah, I learned a while ago I don't add her. She adds herself.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. A few things while I was in the background drying my hair real quick.
Yep.
One, when it comes to
Let me-
food, all night, have swap out. Start small, swap out stuff, and if you can weigh stuff, weigh it. It helps. Little steps make big changes.
Oh, you're talking about food stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
As far as like relationships, having healthy boundaries, and also knowing who you are outside of the relationship, key. I think that's it.
So far, who is in the lead?
Oh shit, that actually
Dude,
happened.
I totally just saw who won there. Did the match?
Trey
Yeah.
Miguel is back real quick.
Trey Miguel won?
He was holding silent, and yes.
Sammy Joe up.
The Rascals won, huh? Okay.
No. So okay, did Sonata have his match yet?
No,
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything.
Nope,
I
there's
did
only
not
been
miss
3
my
matches so
husband.
far.
My
Well,
husband.
minus the 2 on the pre-show, but
Yeah, I've been watching because I can't miss my husband. You can't miss.
No, I'm talking about the 3 matches thing. There's
Yeah.
been 4.
oh, there's no 4.
So
Maybe there's no 4.
you mentioned healthy boundaries.
Yes. Dolores and Sammy are tied for first. The rest of us are tied for second.
Do we got any different picks?
Eddie Edwards and Kazarian.
Who got who?
Okay.
Sammy has
I got
Edwards.
Eddie.
Dolores has Kazarian. And you were saying, Sammy?
Healthy boundaries.
Yeah. Can we get some examples?
For me personally, I think a healthy boundary example is knowing that is trusting in your relationship and being secure enough that your partner can go out and do what they want to do and you don't have to like harass them, or you don't have to text them 8 million times. You don't have to stay on top of them. You don't have to be, or you don't have to interject yourself and go. Those kind of things. I think those are healthy boundaries. I think it's okay to be able to take time apart from each other and be okay with it and know that you can come back stronger. I think it's also good to understand healthy boundaries means to me. I'm just telling how I interpret it. Knowing your partner enough to know it's okay to joke and not joke, when to push and not push, how to start a fight, how to not start a fight, when to do that, when to not do that kind of shit. All those kind of things. I mean, that's what healthy boundaries mean to me.
Also, what you will and won't accept in a relationship, being upfront and honest with them, and not like trying to manipulate the situation, not trying to gaslight the situation, anything like that.
Yeah.
Being teaching me about healthy boundaries in life.
It's tough. It's tough. It is
I don't
tough.
take your shit no more.
Yeah. It's hard to say that. It's hard to say that sometimes. It's hard to be your own advocate and stand up for yourself sometimes. Some people have a much easier time than others at doing that stuff, and some just can't do it at all. So, I mean, you know, You have to find some sort of healthy way to express yourself for sure. Because ultimately, all it does is hurt you, right? Because nobody else knows. If you're mad and resentful and not saying, it's not hurting anybody else but yourself. All you're doing is making yourself miserable because nobody else even knows. So you're not hurting nobody else but yourself.
You ain't gotta talk about me like this, ALW. That's just
Sammy, does that help clarify the healthy boundary? ALW took all the shit that I was gonna say, I think.
My bad. Sorry.
But yeah, I will be the first one to say I am not the foremost expert in relationships, just because I've done some crazy shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not an expert in anything. Like, I'm learning every day from everything. I mean, I'll gladly answer a question. Someone wants to answer a question, but I am not an expert in anything. I'm just speaking from my own experience.
So, like, from what ALW said, like, that didn't sound like boundaries to me. That sounded like openness to me.
But those are boundaries. A lot of times people get boundaries and openness confused, like the concepts like twisted. Boundaries and boundaries help set up for openness.
Yeah.
Because if I tell you, hey, I don't like when you do X, Y, and Z, and then you still do it, I am not going to be open with you. I am not going to have, like, I've set my boundaries and you've let me know that you are not receptive of that.
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is the back to school match. It's Frankie Kazarian versus Eddie Edwards.
I
Okay,
saw that. I want to know what. I
you
mean, they
said
both went to Killer Kowalski School of Wrestling, so it has something to do with that. But I don't understand the whole
the
story.
video package about to come on and show you.
I'm dying to know what they. But I mean, what does it mean for an actual match concept?
I don't know the School of Hard Knocks. I don't know. I
I
don't.
mean, but does it mean like they get weapons in the ring? Is it a stipulation? I mean, what is a back to school
I'll be
match?
back.
I think they're both going back to Killer Kowalski School
Okay,
too. I
so the
think
match is going to take place at Killer Kowalski School of Wrestling. That makes sense.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Maybe they just bring back to school supplies with them to the ring.
Maybe. We'll see. No one knows. But yeah.
No one knows.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna ask you who's gonna win. I don't even know what a better school match is, so I'm not even gonna try. Okay, I need a button because I cuss like a sailor. Doop, 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 doop. No, 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 no. If you book, my nephew was like earlier. He's like, "Give me kisses." And I was like, "Okay." And then he grabbed my face and closed my lips and looked at me and slapped me out of nowhere. And I looked at him. He was just like, "Okay," and I was like, "Okay, I get a kiss."
Kids are crazy.
And then he kept doing it, and then I was like, "What is up with him?" And I asked my brother, and he's like, "Oh yeah, he's sleeping. He's just sleeping." But man, I can't be giving you love and kisses everywhere. I got to say that for somebody. Now, I just want to know, Frankie Kazarian got dropped out while Eddie Edwards pulls up on his own.
Yeah.
Eddie said, "I ain't got that type of money. I ain't got that type of dough." Why do you gotta zoom in that close to his face?
The question is, who's got? Is it more expensive to drive that? Well, that's a nice fucking Jeep, so that's not a cheap Jeep. But or is it more expensive to take the Uber everywhere?
Probably Uber.
That's what I'm saying.
It really depends. You could meet a driver that drives Uber and
They
ride with
be
them.
down.
Like, you can get them to work just for you.
There you go.
No, like when I was commuting, because I don't drive. Because unlike Cash Wheeler, I know I have road rage.
I almost got in trouble about my road rage, and that's why I haven't really gotten a license. Um, I try to run over some old people.
Yeah, I'm a
moving
little
on,
more selfish than that.
not
I have terrible road rage and a license, and I just don't care.
we are not admitting to almost vehicular homicide.
First of all, I was
Um,
a teenager. Second of all, it was their fault.
so
They,
what I did was I met someone that I liked through Uber, and for like 200, I think, a week, she would take me to work. So hey, the bitch.
listen,
There you go.
it was an old palm colored um couple, and they, you know how like all I had to do was get on the highway and get off the next exit. Cool, like go get my license. Uh, I went to turn out of the facility. They just jumped in the middle of the street. Then they start having a conversation. Did you lock the car? Oh, I left the dog in the car. Let me get the dog out the car. And I was just sitting there and I'm like, I got 20 minutes to get on the highway and get off at the next exit so I can get this card for driving school. All I need you to do, lady and sir, is just move out of my way. I wrote on the window. I was like, okay. And they were like, just give us a minute. Okay. I was like, okay. We were there for 10 minutes. And at the 10-minute mark, I was like, it's gonna take me 10 minutes to get on the exit, to get off at the next exit. And by then they're gonna tell me to turn around and I'm gonna do it another day. And I cannot because I had scheduled to go get my license. So I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I hit the gas. My instructor hit the brake. And I was like, and they jumped back. They jumped back on the side of the road. And then when he hit the brake, it was like, I'm sorry. They kept standing in the middle of the road. I was like, they were gonna move. They heard me about to run over them and they went to move. Okay? That's all I wanted them to do was move. How do you stand in the middle of a road and just have a conversation and just, oh, get the dog? Did you? Oh, I left that in the car too. Can you go back and get that? Oh, hand me the keys. Hand me the keys when you go back in the car. No, I got things to do. Okay. And then because of that, they said I had anger issues. So I had to go behind school with the kids who couldn't drive. And I literally feared for my life every time I had to go after school for that. That was one kid was, I don't know, colorblind. And literally when the light was red, would just stomp the gas. They gave us pillows. I'm like, what a pillow gonna do? That's why I threw the window, what a pillow gonna do?
Okay, so I guess this match is taking place in Killer Kowalski's wrestling gym.
I just want to know what's up with Eddie and the Mohawk two braid.
Uh,
One braid now, one braid.
am I allowed to braid my hair or no? My wife wants me to
No,
grow it out and try to braid it. Am I allowed to do that or not?
no,
Okay.
no.
I would
Not
like to see it.
not for cultural appropriation exactly, but just
Oh, just because you don't think it would fit my style?
no.
No.
That's fucked up.
No. Would
Like
you
no,
like me
like
to lie
not
to
too big
you?
exhibit braids, like not too big old.
Do you want me to lie to you? Because I can lie to you.
You'd be out here looking like Wendy. I just don't understand why some men be trying to hold on to the last little bit of their hair.
Uh,
You got crop circles, half shaped moons, and you still be trying to hold on.
yeah, well, yeah, because people tease people about being bald all the time. There's a whole stigma around being bald. So
You can buy a weave and glue it down. I seen a man on TikTok do that all the time. Matter of fact, I don't know if you seen the CEO when he
yeah,
grinds
and
the
everyone
hair up.
teases people. Oh, that's a wig. That's a toupee. Oh, that's a hairpiece. Like,
Oh no, this man takes weave hair, like the off the wig or whatever, grinds it up, puts it in a salt and pepper shaker, and shakes it on top of his head with glue, and like shaves it where it looks like he has a fade.
uh,
I was like, you can do anything now. You can do anything. You can fix your stuff.
uh,
And he said he started doing it because he can't afford it.
My niece begged me to let her braid my hair.
Listen, I got braids. I ain't know what to do with myself.
No. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. It's very hard for white people to look decent in braids. Not good, just decent.
Uh,
Did you think Bray Wyatt's looked decent?
No.
Some dreadlocks, wasn't it?
Them was rich fingers. And no. He tried. He tried. Well, actually, I take that back. Cause what's the dude off of the one that snaps down to the ring, Vincent? He can do that with.
Yeah.
Just because I also feel like he might be, insane, and I don't want to mess with insane people.
You know who took it a step too far? Especially recently when I saw him wrestle on pay-per-view? Brock Lesnar.
yeah.
Them little two, like, tight wound feet in braids he had. Also, I love Rena Yamashita, whatever you want to call her. But I'd be concerned, girl. You bleed all on your braids. They're always white. And then for some apparent reason, I don't know what kind of sorcery you doing, but your hair be pink at the end of the match. And then you come back the next day and it be bright white.
Right way again.
And I know they ain't new braids because I can see the new growth at the top of your head. You don't have that in about a good month or so.
Uh, well, there is a life hack. You can uh, rice water is good for your hair and scalp because of the starch.
Everybody keeps up with that line. It's not true. It's like saying that you need oil to moisturize your hair. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't put oil on my scalp. I love a good Carol Daughter though. On my hair, but not on my scalp.
Like everybody, I saw it from Jordan today. Yeah, no, there's no scientific link to that.
Every so often, I'll do coconut oil though.
You can do that.
And it's not good for your hair or for your scalp because again,
Oh, one,
Come on.
two.
Come on,
Come on,
Kazarian.
Kaz.
Oh, one, two, no. Just because I'm old and I can't remember things.
Alicia Edwards just screaming
I
at
am
Kaz.
rooting for why she get her stuff all in this? Come on, Kazarian. You needed some help. Oh shit. One, two, three. Son of a bitch. You know what? I'm
Shit, did Eddie just win that fast? Yep, sure did. Fuck. All right then. Well,
because he came in. I don't understand. You know when you fight him, you fight her. I don't understand how they don't understand it. I don't understand it.
all right then.
Why does she look like a girl from the park?
why does he keep needing to have his wife help him win a match?
Right?
She don't. He don't have her.
How many times has Kaz lost to Eddie Edwards now? This is what, the third time in a row?
Yeah.
Fourth? Third time?
So,
It's time to move on to another feud, Kaz.
like, damn. Like, at least beat her up. If you beat her
Somebody
up,
about to come.
just beating him up. Um,
Oh,
Why is
Why
she
did you
down
do
back with a
that?
kendo stick? Here we go. More? Okay.
Would I look good with braids though?
no.
no.
Didn't think so. I told my niece no.
Like, being, again, the only white person that has made black hairstyles look decent, really, is Vincent.
Didn't John B had like the braids one while?
And that's why his career got ended.
Don't listen to.
I had a cousin-in-law that looked like John B, and it was like weird. Because he would like disappear around the time John B would have like be on tour or whatever, and I'd be like,
We should do that as a game. Like take songs and change them. Like John B, don't listen to what people say. But like you should have listened. Yeah, you probably still would have had a career.
Although I maintain the best one, the one that should have had the career that did not have the proper career, is JC Chazé, and that is because Noodlehead ruined that for everybody.
Listen, I was, and I still am, addicted to any kind of little scrappy song. He has some hits out. And I don't know why he didn't take off, but I used to listen to him.
Why Little Scrappy didn't take off?
Yeah.
Well, if your mama is a pimp, do you really think you gonna take off?
Listen, she should have pimped him to the top. Obviously, it wasn't good.
He wasn't a good hug.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Sonata.
No, you don't introduce my husband like that. That's a lame, and that's a lame introduction. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, it is Jake something versus Sonata.
Yes, don't either dog drink
It
some.
is just Sonata.
No, it's Sonata.
He ain't my husband.
Ooh,
Listen. Don't make me run up out of here. Okay?
But listen, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. The difference between Sonata with that blonde hair and that blonde beard and now is like night and fucking day.
That's what Okada messing up at. He was great looking. That used to be my baby daddy. But I don't know what's going on. He done started bleaching it too hard. Now it's just like pure white, his hair.
Sonata looks like a totally different person with the dark hair and the clean shaven face.
God.
He used to kind of scare me before with the blonde hair and the blonde beard. I was like, damn. And then he came out with nothing. And I was like, oh shit, he's a whole different looking dude.
Oh,
I love Jake's promo from Impact was, "You're all gonna know my name. Your name is something, dude. Like, your last name is fucking
you don't know his name.
Oh, boom. Oh my God.
Just so y'all know, Sammy has won, by the way.
Was Sammy won? Son of a bitch.
Wait, didn't me and Dolores have different picks for Leo Rush's match?
Yeah, but with the one,
What is Dolores doing?
except for you chose Cass. So even if she were to win, like
Couldn't she still tie me?
no, not unless because you don't have the same exact picks for everything else.
Oh, I thought that we had different picks for the Leo Rush match.
No, you both have Alexander and Time Machine. You and Anita have different for that. Anita's the only one who picked the heel team.
Fucking Sammy.
No, thank you.
How'd that title for all of fucking 3 hours? I fucking asshole.
Okay. I gotta say this. In the pickle conversation, y'all not ever hear yourselves in what you were saying?
I like a spicy gherkin.
Talking about a big pickle, I think I heard.
ALW over here talking about how he eats hot dogs with no buns.
Yeah.
Sammy over here talking about his favorite type of pickle is the gherkin, the little one.
Crunchy.
It's all in how you take stuff, CM.
Dolores was the worst one because Dolores was saying the shit, and I knew that she knew what she was saying.
In the words of Jonah Hill,
voice.
You know what foods are shaped like a penis? The best ones.
No.
Another Sophia Mama can't watch. Jesus Christ.
I love the movie Superbad.
I hate Superbad.
So this is not for his title, right? This is not for the Sonata's title.
No.
Okay, I
I
didn't think
didn't do
so.
it.
No. My husband would say something like this, something, and
Damn.
just for clarification, when you see the pound in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I did. I said Sonata versus something, because that's who it is. He is just something. Okay.
The Lord, why you gotta do that man like that? Like, bro,
Well,
I'd rather die for my men. Okay. Keyword men. Okay.
damn, the Lord.
See, were you here for the comment in the chat when Anika used the word ninja, and then I was like, "What's the female version of it?" And then we had to go through all the plurals of it.
No, a ninja is a ninja.
Now I just want to know what the female version is because,
There's
like I
no
said,
female version. It's a ninja.
that's just so sexist. Why can't I be something different?
How is that sexist? That's not sexist. Sexist is actually having two different terms for the word.
I
I would
don't
agree
need.
with that.
I need my own word. I need my own word. Okay,
Yeah,
Why?
that I agree with CM.
Let's
That is what makes sense.
let's reevaluate why.
Yeah.
because
Cause
she said, okay, this were her words, and this is how I got down in the spiral. She said, "You know what I meant? I meant to use the other word, but I can't use it in the chat." I said, "I
Right.
understand, but that word has many uses and many plural value. Like the A is specifically one person. Okay, the ERS is specifically for a small a group, like just general, just all y'all. The S is just for the people I see right here. Okay."
I'm gonna just do like last myself, drop myself from this conversation since I cannot be involved.
and Blue got into it too. So am I right?
no, you're not at all.
AS when those people use AS, right, it's generally in the terms of y'all.
It's multiple.
Yeah, the ERS means every single one of y'all.
No, that means a slur.
But I'm saying it means everybody, like the whole community. Whereas the AS is just for the people they see standing in front of the group they're standing in front of.
No, the ERS is the super slur. It means whoever is right there in front of you, the same way as the A is.
I'm used to the A being used as directed to the people in front of you, whereas the ER and the ERS is directed to your mama, your mama, your mama, mama, your mama, 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 and your mama, mama, mama,
And
mama,
that's
and
because
whoever in your ancestors is.
we have taken it to mean that. That doesn't mean that's what it actually is supposed to mean.
And so we have forms of that. I just want to know why ninja don't have multi.
Why would it?
Why can't be a ninjet or uh something?
Think about that in the time of what the actual word is.
Yeah, it's a most. When you think of a ninja, you think of a man dressed in black.
Females
Fight.
can be ninjas too.
Listen, I want to be different, okay?
Well, you can do that. You continue on upholding that
Just like
shit.
there are queens and princesses and ladies and madams, I want another word for a female lady ninja.
Well, you come up with that and tell me what it is. I'm not
Shit,
gonna say it.
even the Power Rangers just had different colors to represent them. With the pink
Oh,
Power Rangers.
I was trying to come up with more words to divide people.
No, I'm asking.
We're all supposed to just get along.
What in Spanish? I forgot. What's the difference between the male and the female? It's like an A or something like that.
Mijo and
Oh,
Mija. I mean,
and
well, that's usually children, usually related to children more.
Hermano, Hermana,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the A that
yeah,
transformed it from a boy to a girl. Why? Why we can't have that?
Senorita, senor.
Yeah.
But,
Jake talking, you beating on
but,
my man, you have to stop.
but those aren't necessary. All those words are used in the or all those words are used in whatever language they're used in to set gender roles and divide people.
Listen, I might want to be different, okay?
Abuelo, abuela.
You know what
Yeah.
I found to be hilarious? I already done made that blind for glory graphic. Crazy. Um, you know what's funny is I go on a rant every Wednesday about why in wrestling we have to paint stuff that is either hardcore or as far as WWE, it has to be pink. Mind you, the secret in it all is I love pink. I have a pink cup, pink lampshade, pink sheets. I pink everything. Pink is my favorite color. Pink, and I also love the color black. Don't ask me why. It's still my dream if I ever do get married to wear a black wedding dress.
My wife had the black wedding dress. She ended up not wearing it because she didn't wear it to the wedding, but she has a black wedding dress that she was going to wear.
See, that's why I love your wife. I need a Cardi B situation. It's either gonna be our wedding or your funeral, one or the other.
Hey, so ALW, you were speaking Spanish.
Poquito, very, very little.
Say 102
Oh,
eggs in Spanish.
That I cannot say. I could say huevos, but I don't know what 102 is in Spanish. Something, something dos.
Tienes y dos.
There you go.
I looked up Jake something was clapping like he had won. I was like, I know he didn't. I know he didn't. Y'all thought I threw with
Mostly all
Sriracha
I know is the
one.
swear words.
Huh?
Are you guys not familiar with that joke though?
No, I'm not actually.
Because 100 sounds the same as I feel.
Ah, interesting.
Go Sonata, go, 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 go,
So saying
go,
102 eggs is the same as saying I feel two balls.
All right.
Although to
I
be
do know
fair,
that
language
a lot of things don't translate directly. I mean, I know that like a lot of things, you hear people and people are like, well, you ask somebody, well, what does that mean? And they're like, well, it kind of means this, or it kind of means that. There's a lot of times it's not a direct, you can't directly translate, and it means something
ooh,
different in its natural language than it does even when it's translated.
come on Sonata, get up. There you go. There you go.
Oh,
um it is always fun to me to see how, like in French, like on YouTube, there's like a running like the aunt joke because everything is like tom 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 tom
yeah.
tom.
Oh, you ever watch that show? It was on Peacock where they picked up the mansion over in France and they were like two English speaking people. And it was the most hilarious thing. Cause like they had to go in town and try to get stuff, and they were like, "What? Huh? What? Yeah, oh, okay, yeah, yeah." I was like, "Sonata, Sonata, come on, Sonata, you giving this man too much credit." Oh
I do
no, no,
understand though, as far as learning languages go, and it makes perfect sense. If English is your first language, it's easier to learn languages that use English letters for their languages than it is to learn languages that don't.
English is the hardest language to learn.
Right. But I'm saying if it's your first language, if English is your first language, as I understand it, it's easier to learn other languages that use the English alphabet for their language than it is to learn languages that use other alphabets, just because of the familiarity.
French is a weird one because like some things in French are like real easy, but then there's other things in French that just make no sense. Like they'll have one word that means 20 different things, and it's like, how do you have the same word for 20 things?
So does English.
listen,
English has that same issue too, which is why it's hard to learn too.
Any romance language you can reasonably learn pretty well.
Yeah.
Like they have very similar things that carry over. But if
Yeah.
you were to learn Latin, you can learn basically all languages pretty well.
people are not learning languages as they used to because you can put up your phone and it tell you everything. I literally had one time. I did Spanish. I can get a broken sentence out. And when the man came, at first I was communicating through my broken Spanish, and I understood him. He understood me. After a while,
Oh,
I was like, "Oh, I have my phone in my hand," and I just literally started letting him talk into the phone, and I talked into the phone to communicate.
Yep.
That is not 3. You did not beat my husband. Get your butt up, something. You are something.
It was close though.
People, that's what you is.
That was a hell of a 2 count.
It's
This has been a really good match.
Huh? What you say, Sam?
closer than it should have been.
Come on, my husband. Come on.
Oh.
You can let this something do you like this. You a Sonata. You
Oh,
came
Friendly
from
Wizard.
nothing to something. He trying to get to your level.
Okay.
Charlie Wizard.
Interesting.
He was trying to go for Skull End and it got countered.
Oh no. You son of a bitch. I don't know what kind of voodoo something trying to do. Oh no. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can hear, Dolores is very clearly upset by something that has happened on the wrestling screen.
Yeah, she shouldn't be. She should be happy because the match just ended on my end.
And your winner, Sonata. Go find you something to play with. It is not Sonata.
That was actually a really good match. Jake did better than I thought he was going to. Every time I see Sonata, I'm more and more impressed.
How do you end up in a whole nother stream when using yours? Big finger. Did nobody vote, so nobody was right. But me. Because I picked Sonata. I picked Sonata. Who picked Sonata? I picked Sonata.
Are you okay over there, Dolores? You alright?
Because I had a fucked up day. Let me bask
She's
in
all
this joy.
delusional over there. She's all tired of delusional.
Are you pulling the floor? Are you cracking up right now?
Oh, you didn't see my tweet. For some apparent reason, I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning watching Noah wrestling.
Wait, what?
Noah Pro Wrestling?
Yeah, she was up at like 3 a.m. watching Noah.
Why?
Right?
I was like enthralled.
Because
I
she's
was
a
thinking, like,
masochist, apparently.
Child, you smoking some good shit.
I was gonna say, I honestly, I'm a huge wrestling fan, and I cannot think of any match that would actually get me up at 4 a.m. to watch. I don't care who the fuck it is.
Listen, I knew I had a problem when I watched it. I forgot the name of the show. It was a Japan show where they look like they in the Fight Club of Japan. And I watched that show consistently. They said people on fire. That's what we do here at Impact.
Yeah.
Look, why does Leo Rush look like a hostage victim in this situation?
Because he doesn't want to be with them. He told them flat out, I don't like you people.
I love Leo Rush.
You're against us, and he like, shit, I'm little and I talk my shit, and I don't think I can take all of y'all at one time.
He on the team with a whole bunch of losers. That's not fair.
Yeah, he don't want to be there. But I completely forgot what I was gonna say.
I was like, there's a long pause there. Did she forget what she was gonna say?
I forgot what we were talking about for a second. So.
I hate PCO.
Oh, that's what it was. So Team Canada is indestructible. I want y'all to know that. PCO keeps coming back from the dead. Eric Young came back from the dead.
He needs to stay there.
What's his face? The one that helped procreate the Canadian destroyer that's not Petey Williams.
Right, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Scott Moore can still do the Canadian destroyer at his age. Yeah, Team Canada.
Why does PCO look more like Frankenstein every time he comes back?
That's what I'm saying, because he getting old.
How many times do you people have to learn this? He is.
I swear he got greener since the last time Bully Ray burned him to death.
Well, wouldn't you? He was burnt.
Like he took a shower and then he was like, "Hey, get up."
He might have.
I need somebody to take that old yellow out back.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I be forgetting on certain banners. You all get swallowed by the banner, so I have to do a ticker. Sorry about that. I looked up, I didn't see CMALW face, and no, all I saw was bottom of Sammy Chin. I was like, oh no, oh
Sam,
no,
are those the protein chips?
yeah.
No, they're popcorners.
Are you sure?
Hmm.
Can you show me the front of the bag? Okay. Because they look like the protein chip bag. And I was going to actually be like them because I need more protein.
Have you had the Fairlife protein shake?
I don't do protein, like protein shakes and shit.
They taste like a whole chocolate milk and a
I,
whole like vanilla ice cream. I I have to what it is that after I have to drink protein like 3 ounces every so often, and I've been testing them out.
I'll be
Uh,
right back. Going to get some
and
water.
Fairlife has been the best of them so far.
I hate chocolate milk. I hate chocolate milkshakes.
Who are you,
The
lady?
gelato is about the only thing that I like. That is
I also love Bolt House smoothies, but they got a mocha cappuccino. I get wired. Oh, I
so
got this.
good for you. Ooh, is this the one I was looking at? It is.
Is my boy skipping out here? Is he out here skipping out here? Get it, get it, get it, get it. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, buddy. Rolling like a big shot. Chevy tuned up like a NASCAR pit stop.
I'm so glad Facebook now lets me pick music like Instagram. So I picked the same music for Instagram, but I'm gonna start switching it up. AEW, our promotion was started from the bottom. Now you hear.
I in no way want to be affiliated with Aubrey Drake Graham.
Listen, he used to be cute. I don't know what happened.
I have never found people who
I
like to
said, I said he used to be cute to me.
cute.
He used to be cute to me. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know what happened.
No, I don't find bitches cute like that.
Listen,
If I'm gonna deal with a bitch, I want her to be a bad bitch, and that ain't a bad bitch. That's the bitch that's doing bad.
listen. He used to. You know, after Degrassi, I would have gave. You know, he would have got. He
No.
would have gotten it in it.
Yeah, no.
Hey, sometimes I'm nerds, especially them comic book nerds. Break it down.
I would deal with him before I would deal with Bully Ray, though. Actually, no, scratch that. Bully Ray is
Um,
better than Aubrey.
I meant to ask you because I already did ALW. We have because some people wanted to do some things. We had we now have a subscribers only Discord.
I love Kushida wearing the giant X around his neck.
But okay.
Why you Flavor Flav? Like he's Flavor Flav. It's separate from ours. We're separate people. I didn't know if you want to be in it. Huh?
No,
I
thank
ain't gonna
you.
lie, meeting Flavor Flav was kind of a bucket experience. It was. It was. He was a cool cat. He was a cool cat, actually.
Oh, did you see the interview, CM, with, I think, I forgot the girl name, with the gold teeth and Flavor of Love, with Oliver Twist? He's
Yeah.
now like doing Flavor of Love stuff. It's hilarious.
I ain't seen that.
She said it was a girl that Delicious also said was on her season that was walking around with Flav. That until the end of I think like season 2 or 3, that they found out that this lady that had been walking around on set with Flav, they thought that was like his assistant was his baby mama, and the one he said he ended up saying in the season was his like one true love.
Hmm.
Yeah, she was there from the get go. Like from the moment he started the show, she was there with him.
Yeah, because I think she was like working for him at one point, and then part of the work benefits was
Getting that thing. And she also almost fought Delicious at one of the reunions.
I would have loved
Any
That cannot be legal.
what?
huh?
What can't be legal?
Having sexual relations with your personal assistant.
It's
They had baby mama.
it's legal. It's not ethical, but it's legal.
Wow.
He was the business, and that's what she wanted.
Anything between two consenting adults is
Yeah.
legal.
Because like he's in a position of power, like he's her boss, like
Yep, it's unethical. It's not illegal.
What it was that she was a baby mama first, so he already slept with her and had the kid. Then he hired her, but she had no job, so it was reversed. Essentially, like I'm gonna pay child support. You better well just go ahead and work for it. I think you know what? One memory that never gets out of my mind. I think was it MTV that old dirty bastard pulled up and used food stamps at the store.
I don't remember that, but
He
that sounds
pulled
like
up
it.
in a limo and used food stamps at the store. I was like, at what point is this doing too much?
Well, that's who ODB was. Like MTV Cribs, when Method Man and Redman let it be known that was not where they stayed. It was smart because people
And
were
why not?
popping up.
And why not?
Somebody
Like the government gets over on us every day. Why not get over on them when you can?
he used like a book of food stamps. He pulled up in the limousine. He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to go to the store." And I thought he gonna whip out a whole thing of money. He whipped out a book of food stamps. I was like, at this point in the moment, man, you asking them to come knock on your door.
Not really.
You
Because he
on
had
TV.
kids.
You on TV, pulling up in an expensive limo.
Mm-mm. So here's the thing. He has, or he had like what, 10 kids? So
Yeah,
if
he didn't make any real money.
plus you have to remember like who their family actually is, and yeah, he probably didn't get it just for the kids, but also for being indigenous persons.
Yeah.
Because most of the Wu Tang is actually part of the tribe that was in Martha's Vineyard, I believe.
I know some lady told me to go out, like go and apply for that, and I was like, I don't even want to go through all of that
Mm,
because my grandmother is a woman off the reservation, and they were like, go ahead, do it, and I was like, no, not gonna do it.
Well, if she wasn't on the tribal rosters or isn't still on tribal rosters, it becomes a more difficult situation.
I try not to find them. It's like weird because I know his dad is black and white and was like used to be like a worker, and so I was like, I just wonder how you all got together. You know, when you don't really get the story, your imagination goes wild.
right?
Damn, why are they working up for Leo? He don't even want to be with him.
I just want to ask Kashida, what makes you come up with these hairstyles?
With these what?
What makes him come up with these hairstyles? But the lines sometimes are different, and then sometimes he shows like different parts of his head. It's not always the exact same.
Right.
Leo, just get out the ring, baby. Just lay on the floor. Just lay on the floor. Act like you can't move. Like don't
He
you
is
have
in pain. He just sit down there chilling. My poor baby. Why did Bully just go around him like that? That was uncomfortable.
Dolores got like 3 husbands and like 4 side pieces.
child just do like I do when she starts talking about it.
You know what? You gotta change your roster up. Listen, you
My roster has had one member for the past 10 years.
That's
So
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
listen.
My roster got one player for the last 23 years.
Found what I was
Alpha,
looking for and I was like, "Oosh."
Alpha sister wife. I need a sister husband. How about that?
Well, you
Zero
know
players
something
for a
that
decade. What?
you said what? Did you say celibate for a decade?
You're so
I said zero
stupid for
players,
that.
but
You say what now?
I said zero
Whoa,
players, but I mean that's basically the same thing.
I mean, is it
Lord
zero
have mercy.
players because you won't put anybody in the game?
Yes.
Exactly. So
His cat eye blocking.
you have options. So technically, you got options. You're just not putting them on the rotation.
That cat won't let you get no cat.
But the cat's not stopping him from getting the cat.
Not without that pee on the floor. Ain't nobody coming in there.
Who said you gotta come over there? And he just started peeing on the floor because he was mad. He was mad because we was talking shit about him on the street. If we would stop talking shit about Debo, he would not pee on Sammy's floor.
Listen, Sammy gonna be getting in there. He gonna look up that cat. Gonna be looking at him like, "What you doing? What you
That's
doing?"
why I said Sammy cannot bring a lady over there. He has to go to her house. And when they get like if they get married or anything like that, then he can introduce her to Debo Joe.
That ain't gonna work out. Cause I know somebody who had a dog and they dog bit them because they thought they were fighting during the middle of the moment.
Mm.
How's the dog in the room?
They
Why is
must
the
have
dog in the
closed it all
room?
the way, and the dog ran in, bit
Why
him on the
was the
tail.
door not closed in it?
You know, sometimes when you're in the moment, you just,
I know I got so many questions about that story. Like,
you
No,
know.
I have two
Listen, I did not want to find out myself because they were older and they were like related. So, but this is the thing about it.
did you say
When
older and
you
related?
to her, not to each other, to her.
know,
Oh, to her, not to each other. Okay, thanks for clarifying.
I was young. I wasn't trying to figure out all the
I thought you were
information.
saying they were related to each other. I was like, oh
That's
hell
what I
no.
was thinking.
What the fuck are we into?
They're related to each other through marriage.
And the crazy stuff is, I think sometimes when you're older and you just like, okay, I'm gonna get it in real quick. You don't think about the extra stuff, even when you're young. You don't think about the extra stuff.
Hold
Like,
on.
when you making out with somebody, do you think I gotta go? You know what? I mean, I personally do. You gotta be like, I gotta lock the doors. I gotta
Yes,
set up for the safety.
yes.
And wait,
Hold,
just wait,
hold
wait
on.
5 minutes while I figure out this out. And I do all of this, I get
So
set
hold on.
up.
Hold on. So essentially, you're saying that in all the years that they had the dog, they have not been getting it in because if
They be getting it in, they
dog
just lock the door. But see, this is the thing. They had gotten to an age where their kids were older, so they had locked the door, but nobody was there. So they just ran in there, thought it was gonna get it in, and
again,
they
again,
thought the dog was outside, but he wasn't. He was inside, and he
again,
hit them.
the dog
That dog didn't like violence.
the
He was
dog
a non-violent dog, and I appreciate him for that.
if the dog knew the sound, the dog would not be doing this. Therefore, you are essentially
So
saying
That's the first time
and,
he saw
and
them quote unquote fighting, and they weren't fighting. Look at Kitty Joe like, yep, you tell them motherfuckers you better not get no cat up in this house.
he is
and 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 in mine and ALW's defense, Georgia ain't that far from Alabama, so pardon the misinterpretation.
I know they was in Ohio. That's totally
I
different.
mean, where I'm from, we have a large population of daddy uncles, mama grandmas,
I know.
grandpa type situations.
Nope.
Know that you
Nope.
don't go down there. If you don't
Nope.
breathe with your cousin.
Nope. Dang.
That's
Nope.
terrible. I can't do that.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Listen. I had an old school grandma. She like meet all your cousins, nieces, aunties, all, meet everybody you can meet. Cause you're gonna. The first thing I ask when I'm as a single woman is, "What's your name? Is it look
Are we
similar?
related?
Who your mom?
So,
Are we
so
related? Who
Where do
your
you come
dad?"
from? Are we related? Goddamn it!
hold on, friend. If you got an old school grandma, I can almost guarantee you may meet all your cousins. Because
Oh yeah, I
you're
met all
the
my
ones that
cousins. They been in
they
my
ain't
house.
want you to know about, the ones that's the secret cousins. So
Oh
you
no, no,
Secret
they
cousins.
in my family you can't keep a secret too long. Everybody gonna find
Them
out. So
couple, them couple cousins that
you be
just ain't right.
surprised.
Yeah.
listen,
So one of my cousins found out that they were dating a third cousin. They broke that off real quick.
I'm gonna be real. I didn't really start. I had a boyfriend in high school, and that didn't end well. I didn't really start dating till like college because where I'm from, all black people are probably related, and commercial dating was kind of frowned upon. So I was over here like, well, I look like a dork anyway.
I saw a man walk on the street.
Yeah.
Mind you, I lived in a dead end. I saw a man walk on the street, but the actual dead end house multiple times throughout my life has ended up being like a dope house. So at the time, I was like, well, maybe he going to the dope house. And as he walked closer, I had relatives that was like, man, he look good, and I was like, I don't know, something weird about that. And they were like, why he weird? No, he looks great. And I was like, no, something weird. Like, don't say nothing. And then he walked up and he was like, hey, Dolores, like, where your mama and them at? And I was like, oh, they in the house. He's like, where my mama at? Or is she in her thing? Or, and I'm like, no. And they be like, his mama. I was like, yeah, your cousin. And they be like, oh, fuck. I was like, yep. See, my grandma brought me around. She know your mama used to bring you around too to know who you looking at, motherfucker. I know you. I know everybody's last name. I know who everybody's mama is, who their children is. I keep up with the game. Everybody came to my grandma's house or she went to their house. If she see you, she coming to your house. If she call you, you better come to her house.
So, word of advice to everyone: know who your cousins, your second and third cousins are on both sides, not just one, on both sides.
I also need to make sure who they
If you
was.
don't know who your daddy is, find out so you can make sure you ain't dating none of your cousins.
It's also good to know in case you out and you need some backup to fight. Like 1, 2, 3, it's 4 of them motherfuckers. 1, 2, 3, 4 of us. Okay, we cool.
That reminds me. One day I was in town. Somebody was like, "Hey, I think somebody's gonna pick a fight with me." I was like, "All right, man. Well, me and this other guy's got your back." And then I ran into my second cousin. I was like, "Hey, this guy's about to get into a fight. You want to come with?" He was like, "Yeah, I'll bring my buddy with me." And so all 5 of us showed up.
So family will fight with you. They'll fight with you literally and fight with you like they got your back. We've been
Yeah,
raised that.
they'll fight with you and bring a buddy.
It depends on which family you're talking about. Not all families like that.
Exactly. I would not call none of my family members to come help me. But then again, I've gotten rid of most of my cousins, so it makes my life a lot easier.
I don't talk to them like I used to, but I know if good and well, if I need to fight, like last time I was having a party at my house for my birthday as an adult, and a drunk man appeared and walked in my yard and started to say some horrific things to me. And all of a sudden I looked up and all my cousins were just circling him.
Mm-mm.
And my mama had to come outside and say, hey, don't kill this man, please. Please don't do that.
I mean, that must be nice, but I know. If I gotta handle myself, I gotta handle myself.
I have to put the video up. I have to find out that's one of my cousins. They literally have a video of them, and this is why I tell people, this is why you don't fuck around and find out. Putting a large 3-sectional couch, picking it up, dropping it from the first floor, and my cousin catching it. And I tell people, and that's not the type of strength you want to fuck.
Shit. No, they did not tell you stay on the floor, damn it. Run, Leo, run. Shit. Oh damn! I told you to run, Leo. Shit.
Leo, come on, Leo. Come on, what happened to bad child Leo? Now this is just a child.
Although I
Oh,
do,
Moose 2? Moose 2? All right.
Fuck mom.
do have some
Fuck.
friends that I know if I got a squad up, they'll help me. But yeah, no. Otherwise,
There's Anika, CM, maybe ALW on a good day. If y'all call me, I'll be like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to ride. Listen,
She
if I
said
can get
CM maybe ALW. Well, goddamn.
ALW on a good day.
I
If
guess at least I got
ALW,
a maybe. Sammy was left out of the conversation all the time.
Sammy
Yeah.
ain't got to worry about me coming to his rescue. So I would, I
the only
would
one who really got a problem with Sammy is Debo Joe. And I don't think none of us want to mess with Debo Joe. Apologies to you, Sammy, but your cat, I'm not fucking with.
I mean, like, I live in a pretty safe place, but like a couple months back, I was walking along the road at night, and I was like, man, that car looks sketchy, and I just hopped over a different block and was like, nope.
So Sammy over here about to get trafficked and shit. But yeah. Maybe you should put Debo Joe on a leash, right? And take him for a walk. I don't think nobody will fuck with you if you have Debo Joe with
have
you.
been a peed and crapped on everybody. Kurt Angle.
Look, we do not. I miss Perk Angle. I know he had to get better for his health, but damn, I miss Perk Angle.
But listen, the thing
So
about
Josh,
it is,
Tap Moose.
at what point sometimes when you hear news, do you be like, how long before I can say that they had some part of what happened?
What?
Like, in Georgia, they'll be like, such and such was out at 2 a.m. walking on the side of the road. And I'm like, why was you out that time of the night on the side of the road in a sketchy neighborhood? That sounds like more of a you problem than what happened to you.
I mean,
That's a tough situation. Like anyone should have the right to walk any street anywhere in the world at any time that they want to, and at the same time, you also got to know your surroundings and be smart.
That's just like this man. He went viral. I'll send it to you in Discord in Georgia when he was like, somebody got killed in front of his apartment. He was like, do I need to move? Because like this is a sketchy neighborhood. And I used to see that man every time I walk my dog Blanche down the street. Blanche from the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
Blanche down the street. And it's just I don't know. I think I need to move. This is not safe at all. He went viral. And he was like, for real though, y'all, I'm glad I got y'all a little laugh, but I
Uh,
I would see him when I walk my dogs, but
oh.
I moved in this neighborhood specifically because it said it was safe. I was like, then once he told me that he was, I was like, that is not safe. I could have told you that.
I you know I safe is different for everybody, right? As women, you guys have a whole different perspective on safety and being safe. As a big dude, it's a whole different situation. Like, I don't ever get fucked with. I'm not gonna lie. Like, very rarely do I ever get messed with. I just
I
don't.
mean, for real, I normally would say, I understand people who say
oh
that
shit,
they
oh
don't
shit,
do
oh
that.
shit.
I'm not saying
No,
that you shouldn't mess with me. I'm just saying people tend not to. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's just because I look scary or whatever the case may be, but
we
they just don't for whatever reason.
we have had this conversation behind the scenes. We'll have this conversation. I normally am in the chair sitting down. When I stand up, I'm a big bitch. I'm almost 6 feet tall. We ain't gonna talk about my pounds. And I can move quickly when I have to. Most people don't fuck with that. They don't want to fuck with that. And I can't blame them. Because if I was an able nigga, I wouldn't fuck with me either. But
Shit.
I've never really, other than like a handful of times, I've had to fight. I've never really had to fight. Because it's like, the only time I do remember fighting, I got in trouble. I didn't get in trouble. I was provoked and then I blacked out. And when I woke up, I was bashing somebody's head into the wall. But that wasn't my fault. You started it. I don't know what happened afterward that made me do you like that. I drug you from the front to the back and just bashed your head in the wall repeatedly. That ain't my fault. That again, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem.
Uh, to be fair, like men should be more prepared and more vigilant than they are.
What do you mean?
Like violent crime is bad. Like mugged. I mean, you could just have somebody run up behind you and smack you in the back of the head with a rock.
Yeah.
He said rock. I thought he was saying with a pistol. He said rock.
I mean, it could be that
Yeah, but
too,
but
but
What a rock
Sammy,
gonna do?
you're 30 years old, right? Sammy, you're 30.
mhm,
And how many times has that happened to you in your 30 years?
never.
I hit the
But
right
I'm
time.
pretty
Okay.
vigilant.
So, CM, how old are you?
32.
How many times you been mugged in your life?
I've never been mugged in my life.
Dolores, how old are you?
I am 40.
How many times you been mugged in your life?
I haven't been mugged, but I've had a gun pulled on me multiple times.
So, four people here that have a combined damn near 100 years of life on this planet, and not one of us has been mugged, Sammy.
And did
So
anybody else's screen go black, or is that just me?
it did go black for a minute. I'm
Yeah,
not
it
saying
was
it doesn't
black.
happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It happens all the time. I'm just saying the percentage in the scheme of things is your chances of being mugged are very, very slim, especially as an adult white male.
In Georgia, it's more like if you're in the wrong place in the wrong time, things will go left. And the
Oh,
only reason I know about that is because, again, my family owns a funeral home, so they know I've seen enough. I've seen enough crime and enough young people, old people get like shot, and mugged, and everything.
Oh yeah.
Georgia,
No, I mean,
Georgia's like you come here for a good vacation, you might end up with a toe tag or a ticket, one of the other.
yeah, no, that shit is real and it happens. I'm just saying, like, at the same time, like,
oh
the amount of
shit!
people that know people that have actually been in those situations is still slim, right? So,
Oh shit!
oh, smacking
Oh,
But I also
Jacqueline and
firmly
Alexander
believe.
going at it.
So here's the thing. I agree with Sammy because part of the reason that I think I've never been in that situation is because I am hyper vigilant about
yeah.
certain shit, and the fact that at any given time during the time that I would have been out a lot, I had a weapon on me at some point in time. Like it was a knife, it was a blade, it was perfume and a lighter to blow motherfuckers sky high.
Yeah. I mean, I think the best advice for growing up
What
down here,
happened,
you
Macklin?
learn how to you learn how to fight at a young early age. Is that the best piece of advice I've ever gotten was from my mother. When you walk in a place, no matter what kind of business where you at, I have even been in church and had this experience. You find a handful of things that you can knock somebody out with. Because if shit go left, you got to do something. You can't just be
uh,
sitting there and be an open target for anybody.
yeah, that's another thing. Is only one of my siblings carries a gun, and it's the one who got mugged. After they got mugged, they now carry in their car with them at all times.
See, I've never really carried like a weapon. I know how to use them. They're in my house. I mean, shotguns and pistols and stuff are a staple down here. You have to learn how to use them for safety, not because you just want to have a good old time.
Yeah, I mean, people say they need them for safety and have never been in a situation where they've ever had to use it. So
Now, I
what are
did
you
have
protecting
somebody.
yourself from? You've never
Whoa,
been in a
whoa,
situation.
whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying some people.
I'm gonna put it like this. I know of multiple people who have never been in a dangerous situation
Yeah,
who may have firearms because they are black people in America.
Well, sure.
yeah.
So we can always find ourselves in a bad situation just based off of the day ending in the word day.
And I promise nobody tell people about you never know a person. There used to be a man years ago who would come and use the phone. You know, like you take your phone outside, let him use the phone. We knew he was, on drugs, had different issues, but he never would walk in our house. happened to be home early as an adult one day, and I heard him, and I was creeping up the stairs. And as I opened the stairwell door, he had a hammer behind my mama's head. And when I said, "Hey, what the hell are you doing?" he dropped his hammer and ran out my house. And I was like, he had never did anything like that. I would have never suspected him to do something like that. So it's like some people just they have moments where they just lose it. But we were all well, me and my brother, we always knew where to go if we had to get it safety wise.
Leo
I
Rush
don't
didn't want to
think
be on the
believe
team, but his team got the win. Moose got the pin.
Oh wow, Anika's the only one who chose them.
Hmm.
good job, Anika. Leo Rush is hurt. He can barely get back in the ring.
I cannot believe they won.
So Sammy has 6, Anika and Dolores have 5, myself and ALW have 4.
Damn it.
And which
To be fair, I almost went with them, and the reason was because of Moose. And yeah, he was the exact reason why
And we
I
all had
got
the same pick the last match, right?
mm-hmm. Y'all chose Trinity.
Yeah.
Oh,
good for Moose because
what
like a
did I
year ago he was
say?
the dude in TNA. I mean Impact. My bad. He was the dude
Oh,
in Impact a
Jordan
year
Grace is
ago.
coming
So.
back.
Yay! Victory Road.
Victory
It's
Road.
gonna be
Right.
Impact
Jordan Grace
Plus.
is back.
That's
I
10 more
haven't.
push-ups.
You gonna push up there, Sammy? But don't let Kitty Joe catch you slipping.
Go here.
Saturday, October 21st, 1000th episode. Huh? Bound for. Oh, no, that's Bound for Glory.
Yes, it is this.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know about. I might have to change this because the Superstar Spectacular is on that day too.
Uh,
Yeah,
you are
but I
way too
said, "Bitches
prepared, my man.
ready? I am ready. We ready." Speaking of ready, I need to go ahead and do. I I like Trinity. Let me preface that first.
Mm, here we go.
But
But.
tonight, that I don't necessarily like, or even in that one, the black and different color, like not like hair.
Sounds like a hater.
Oh, you're talking about her two-tone hair? You don't like it?
I don't like. Yeah, I don't like that. It's like jet black in the front, and then it's like a different
Right, and
color
then
in
a
the back.
different color in the back.
And it's like the bangs. It's really the bangs because I used to be a banger. The bangs were really getting the best.
Hater.
I'm not a hater. I'm just being honest. Honest observation. I like. I like if it was all that pink color, cool. If it was all that green color, cool. But the fact that you got like, it's like you almost clipped the pink part in the middle of your head. It was like, let's go. That's what kind of makes it different.
You're a hater.
I'm not. I like the Deanna Perrazzo's like. I don't like that little twist she got, but sometimes she has like little color plaits and stuff. I like the aesthetics sometimes.
Hater.
I'm not a hater. I used to love her like multicolored hair. It's just the like
You know she's just doing that to get a rise out of you, Dolores.
No,
no.
she really is a hater.
Yeah, I can be a hater at times. I admit that. I admit that. I just don't.
She is a full-fledged hater. Full-fledged ALW.
That's right.
Listen, I'm a lemon head.
Wear it with pride, damn it. Wear it with pride.
Lemon head.
Wow, I didn't realize Trinity was 5'6", or Deanna Peraza was that short.
Nate, can you admit, they could have chosen a better thing for this?
What is up with the ring announcer's hair?
The electric socket one.
Right? It does look like she put her finger in the electric socket.
I know. I've been there. It's bad.
Like, I mean, if that's the hairstyle you went for, great, more power to you. But it looks odd on the TV. Like,
Here come Gail Kim.
why the
It
fuck is
makes
Gail Kim
sense
out here?
that she has been that short because she's like when you think of Impact,
Film for the women or something.
it's typically Gail King, Gail Kim.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, no,
her
I know that
hair-
she's like the one of the whatever. But I guess she's just coming out to give commentary. I mean, I guess I just don't
So,
understand why she's out here.
this a heads up. That probably is from the humidity.
Oh yeah, it could be.
That's ass humidity right there.
In
That was
the,
teased.
like, in
That
that
was teased in
arena.
that position. That was
So
teased like that.
if she had a lot of moisture in her hair, what probably happened, depending on the products, it's soaked up in her hair.
It got all frizzy.
Yeah, like as someone who's natural, who leaves the house with a really cute style, like as y'all saw, I put on a hat. I just did my hair. It
Oh,
wasn't
you
look.
saw mine last night. That looked like a hot mess. It's oh god, I'm glad it's fixed. Um,
Yeah, because you didn't have a hat on the stream this morning.
I wasn't on the screen during the stream this morning.
You popped up for a minute at one point during all
Yeah,
in.
and my voice was heard, not my head.
Well, then it must have been yesterday. Yesterday or this morning, you weren't wearing a hat.
Yes, I was.
you know what he was thinking about?
I seen you yesterday or today without a hat on. I swear to God.
No,
He
you had.
saw me without a hat on today. Because I came up on the stream with
If I have to be on camera after about Tuesday, Wednesday, you're not gonna see me without a hat on.
Yeah, she wears the hat all the time because she takes the hat off and then it's a surprise. Because the hat on 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 the hat.
And the reason I know that I know that you saw me with a hat on yesterday is because it was this one. And when I took it off after the stream, Dolores acted all surprised.
So when you don't wear your hat right now, what's your hair look like?
Curly.
That's right, curly and kind of parted to the side a little bit and hangs down a little bit.
Depends. Or it
So
could
I
be
did
kinky.
see it.
Yeah, earlier.
How can I describe your hair if I didn't see it?
Earlier today, before I put the hat on, because I didn't like how I looked.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So I did see it earlier today. You said you weren't on camera earlier
No,
today.
you said this morning.
Okay, well, it was morning for me when All In was on. All In ended at 1 o'clock.
I wasn't
my time.
on during. I did not have my camera on during All In. During this emergence stream, I popped on, and I had my.
World star.
Then I didn't like how it looked, so I put on my hat.
Okay. I just know at some point today I seen you without your hat on. Maybe it wasn't this morning.
No, it was today.
Trinity, 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 Trinity.
I always hope that these are not like black lights. And they're going to dark lights. Because if it's a black light and the wrong person is on camera.
That's fucked up.
Ooh.
How you gonna say that?
But think about it.
That is a real view.
Because wrestling is the same way we were saying about the uncle daddies and stuff and the cousins. That's how wrestling is. The hate that you give to Trendy, I'm gonna give to you.
I didn't say I hate her as an attire. I just don't like her hair. I mean, I like the outfit. Hey, listen, you can give me a review. I ain't gonna say that.
She does look good tonight. Damn.
Don't be looking at her like that.
Yes, ma'am. Can I have another? Thank you.
Damn, what's the name of that store that I bought this shit from? Damn.
I don't know why
I
you
said that. My wife
it.
gave me a dirty look.
It's supposed to be a maple leaf on the back of her head.
I guess. Yeah, I guess the back of her hair is Canadian flag colors with the maple leaf in the middle. Interesting.
Come on. Look at that. Look at
I love
that.
the fact that they're doing the hair stamps though.
Cardi B.
I love that she does the hair stamps because that's cute.
I
And it
think
makes
she
it look
could have outlined it with like a black, and it would have been more pop out.
Is it a
like,
wig?
yeah.
Okay.
Sewn
So
to her hair.
they get the wigs and then they'll make it into like they'll put like the hair stamps on it. It's really cute.
Yeah, Cardi B did the ones with the crosses.
Oh, that's what the brand.
Huh?
Oh, I'm yarn shopping while we're doing this.
Oh, can I get some?
No, do you got money? You got
You
yarn
got money?
shopping money?
You got
I got
yarn
your
money?
money. As long as y'all got your money, I ain't never broke.
As long as I got your money, I'm good.
Oh, baby, I don't even spend my own money. Come on.
Well,
Uh,
I know you, so I know whoever you get money from. So that's equal. That's a lot.
Just go
Oh,
on and
no,
share your
so
sugar daddy with me.
I don't have a sugar daddy. First
I didn't
off,
mean it like that. It was a joke. But
so
I see. I didn't say
wherever you
it.
get
I
your
didn't
resources
I
from.
didn't say it before.
first off, no. Second of all, hell no. Third of all,
Hell no.
hell to the fuck no. Um, should I keep this?
Just say I know a cute little chunky black girl who wants
Yeah,
something.
no.
It's a parting gift.
But
It's a parting gift. Do 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 bow bow. Parting gift.
no. Hate to break it to you. CM gets paid for this, so if you got money, I will buy the yarn for you and create whatever it is that you want to create. But I need my money.
I've been trying to create merch off of this channel for 9,999 days. Cause I think we could do it.
Baby, you ain't been on the channel for 999 days.
It feel like it. It feel like it.
Like it.
I don't work. I don't work 909,999 hours. It feel like it. Feel like it. She worked
Shout
hard
out
for
Gail Kim's
nothing.
husband.
She worked hard for nothing.
Who?
What'd you say? Shout out Little Kim's
said-
husband?
No, Gail Kim.
Oh, Gail
Gail
Kim.
Kim's husband.
Oh, Richard Irvine?
Robert.
Irvine, yeah.
Robert, yeah.
Yeah.
He looked like a Richard.
So, interesting story. So, apparently, he claimed that he was in the military, and then they determined that he actually wasn't.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was a big scandal. That's why he hasn't been he was super popular for a minute, and now he hasn't been seen for a while.
Yeah, because you remember he was doing his whole show was based off. I was in the military and I know how it is, and I want to update some of the military things for military people. And yeah.
Turned out he never served, never was enlisted or nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
That is a surprise to me. Like it even says on his Wikipedia that he had served.
Yeah.
I mean, it's listed that he was a cook for the Queen's ship for 10 years, her yacht.
Right.
Yep. But he didn't necessarily.
But he didn't go through the military channels for that. He
Right.
went through other channels to get.
I guess so, yeah. I just know it was a big scandal. I mean, I don't know all the
Yeah,
details.
when
I
you
just
go
know it was a
down,
big scandal.
it tells you this is the scandal almost ended his career.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google it.
It says he embellished his resume. Irvine said he went a little too far when often making jokes about lying on his resume. He's like, it's like a Friends episode when Joey's resume said he could speak French, but he can't. He only speaks gibberish. He said he had been knighted and handpicked by the Queen herself, and that was a close personal friend to the chef, Prince Charles.
I want one like that.
Also, he said he cooked for a president of the United States. which also was untrue. He apologized for his resume scandal. So you get caught and you like, what? Like these fictional characters lie and stuff. So why, it should be no problem.
In
Like you
this day and age, when anyone can find out anything about anybody, the fact that you try to lie about shit that you've been through, like somebody's gonna find out. If you're a
who
celebrity, there's people out there searching, and there's people out there looking specifically to determine that what you said was a lie. They want to prove that what you're saying is a lie.
I
So,
don't know if it was Georgia, but it was a politician who lied about his military service.
yeah,
They
I mean,
they lie. They didn't lie all the time. Or
All
my
don't
right.
lie
favorite
about
thing
something. You
is,
got to
In
make
the
sure it's
article.
something they can never find out. No, they can never
oh no
prove
no
one way
no.
or the
My
other.
favorite thing is when you be like, I'm opposed to LGBTQ rights, and then 9 pictures come out with you dressed up as a woman and going
Yeah,
out to gay clubs and hanging out. Talking about, oh my boyfriend. You you didn't have a problem then?
of course.
Uh, I'd like to read out this note from this article, though.
Yeah,
We've heard of way worse scandals than embellishing a resume, but for Robert Irvine, he went a little too far. We often make jokes about lying on a resume, but many of us would never dare to actually do it. It's like the Friends episode in which Joey's resume says he can speak French, but he
yep,
can actually only speak gibberish.
yep.
Do we feel like we in deja vu?
Right, a little bit.
I've been feeling later this whole conversation. Like literally when y'all start talking about Robert Irvine and like lying in the military service, complete deja vu for the rest of the conversation.
You can't leave me like this.
Let's go, Trinity with Trinity with the kip up.
Ladies and
Let's go,
gentlemen, I'm
girl.
gonna be awake for the next 9,900 hours.
Why?
Coolest thing I got to do while I was in the military was work security for a USO show. Uh, Miss Universe was there. Michelle Obama was supposed to be there, but she didn't go.
In hindsight, are you glad that you did it?
In the military,
Served?
yeah.
I mean, that you enlisted and served.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get when I ask people that, I get a lot of different opinions. So
I mean, I
everybody
wasn't
that I
like,
know that served, I always ask that question. It's amazing how many different answers you get.
I mean, I was a topsider, so like it's probably a
My
different
son-in-law
experience
hated
than
it.
most
He
people
says
get.
it's the worst decision he ever made.
I also had a job where like I worked a weapon, but my weapon isn't one that like actively like kills people, unless they're like trying to kamikaze the ship.
Oh shit.
It's meant for incoming missiles. So my weapon was to save lives, not to take lives.
Uh-huh. You were in the Navy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm in the Navy. It's over.
I think it depends too on what branches you're in and that kind of stuff. And everyone's experience is different, of course. So
Yeah, I was pretty happy about the weapon I got. And I got to go to San Diego, which was cool.
So you were discharged because of an injury, correct? Or did
In
you just
part.
serve your time and get out? Or did you just finish your tour and not?
I didn't finish my time.
That's what I thought. Due to injury, right?
Bum knee, bum shoulder, and due to those, I couldn't make standards.
So if you hadn't have had those issues, could you have seen yourself as like a lifetime military person? Would you still be in?
Um, it's possible.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Tap. Don't tap. Don't tap.
oh, oh. And if you had kids or your nieces or nephews wanted to join, would you recommend it, or what advice would you give them?
Uh, Depends, like what their personality is like, what job they're looking to go for. Like, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
But like, man, I remember in boot camp there was this one guy. His name was Durham, and everybody was giving speeches and stuff at the end of boot camp. And Durham goes up and gives a speech, and he's like, "Man, I had a hard time. I was struggling, and there was days where I just didn't know if I could make it or not. But then I'd look over across the apartment and see Jones just over there with a smile on his face, busy working away, not a care in the world, having the time of his life. And it's like, man, if Jones is doing this with a smile on his face, I don't know why I'm having problems."
Uh,
And drive him to keep on going. And that touched me here. And I had to do a lot of push-ups for smiling.
uh,
The bed wasn't that uncomfortable, and I got 3 meals a day. Like,
yeah, I don't do well with taking orders like that. Like I don't do well with structure and orders like that, so I can't. It would never have worked for me.
I don't mind structure and order. I don't do well with people telling me what I can and can't do and
Yeah.
I can't do it.
That's yeah.
That is why I don't. That's why I did not put myself in the situation to have to go to jail.
Yep. Unfortunately, I've been in jail. It's not fun.
I work my ass off to afford to put a lawyer on payroll. I can't pay nobody else. I will be able to pay a lawyer. I am far too little
Oh.
and too ratchet to not do that. Jesus. Hey Dolores, hopefully you can hear me, but if not, I'll ask when you come back. Who would you choose, Trinity or Willow? Like, if you had to cheer for one, Trinity or
Trinity.
Damn.
I love
Oh,
Trinity.
She actually really likes Trinity. She just doesn't. She's just not sure about the hairdo. She just doesn't like Willow. She likes Willow. She just doesn't like her happy-go-lucky attitude.
Yeah, she's too happy for me.
But that's who she is in real life.
Willow the kind
Dolores
of
don't like shiny, happy people.
Willow is dead Flanders. She'll get robbed and be like, "At least I learned a lesson, and I hope it gets better next time." And I'm like,
If you go back to the thing I posted that's on Facebook, that's Faces and Heels or Heels and Faces or whatever, that covers like Kiera Hogan, Diamante, Willow, and a few other folks that's on there, you will actually understand why she acts the way that she acts.
weren't we on stream the day that the popo came knocking on my door?
I wasn't.
I was in those stream with you.
Yeah, I don't
Oh.
remember that. But
Maybe it was chat with True Heel Heat then. I thought it was on stream. That's been before that then.
Yeah, hypothetically, if I had been on the stream, I would not have been on the stream.
And they came knocking on the door, and I opened it up, and they asked me about somebody who I don't know, and I was like, I don't know them. That ain't me. I don't know them.
do anybody see any difference in experience you might have had if that had happened to you then with Sammy had? Because if that was me, I wouldn't open the door in the first place. No,
yeah, I don't
no.
usually open the door. I usually
I
try
didn't
to find
know
out
it
what
was
they
the
want through
popo
the
till
door
I
first.
opened the door.
Why the fuck did you open the door and not look through the peephole?
I always open the door. Usually just a buddy or family.
Motherfucker,
I don't ever open the door without looking to see who it is first.
Have you not seen the news?
But I tried to tell you. Sammy lives in a world where these types of bad things do not happen.
Have you not seen Batman? Like all of Batman.
I don't not answer my door because I'm scared of somebody being there. I don't answer my door because I look to see because I want to know if I want to answer the door. If it's a friend I don't want to talk to, if it's a family member I don't want to talk to, I'll just hide out, pretend like I don't hear you. I'm not there.
I could literally be at the front door and tell you I'm not home.
Yeah, that's the whole reason I check.
I'm not home. I don't like people. Everybody in my family knows if you pop up on me, I don't know.
First of all, if you pop up on me, you know where I live at, and that's a problem.
Don't pop up on me for shit. Because if I don't know you for real, it is not going to be pretty when I come around.
I think I could take most people.
Baby, don't get confident. Don't get overly confident.
I'm saying over 50%. I'm not saying like over 90%. I'm saying
Shit.
over 50%.
Ladies and gentlemen, is everybody up to the end?
Oh, no.
Not yet.
I never underestimate people because that's when you make the most mistakes. Is she tapping?
Exactly.
That looks like she's tapping.
Exactly. And I'm going to tell you, as someone that's been in a lot of fights, the worst fights I've been in were the people that I thought was the times that I underestimated people. It was always the smaller dudes when I was like, oh, this ain't going to be an issue. And all of a sudden it was a fucking issue.
So they like, we're gonna wait these waters out right now. We gonna wait in the water in this motherfucker.
So unfortunately,
Like
until
me.
next week, our champions are both male. But
Both.
who's the superstar champion?
Lord have mercy.
Don't make me get a cinder block to make you choose.
But two black women won last time, so they trying to get their reparations.
Well, I don't know about that. I didn't say that, and you said that. I'm not asking for any reparations. Thank you very much. I don't deserve anything. If anything, I owe. So
Not the referee. Like now, if y'all start fighting, I ain't breaking this shit up. Like, did y'all see her face when like Trinity went up there to hug Lady Deanna? She was over here like,
right.
Listen, what's the girl name? I forgot her name. She's called Rough Bay. I love her.
Whoa.
Listen, I got a lot of love.
Whoa. What was that at the end there?
Well,
Did it say Will Ospreay to Impact?
yeah.
What was
Because
that?
I'm getting the promo now. He did say that he was looking for a big money deal. While Impact may not be the biggest of money, it does offer him freedom.
Wow. It does say Will Ospreay returns to Impact. I wonder. I mean, his contract is up in New Japan soon, so
And Bound for Glory.
we'll see. Interesting. All right, Mr. Dolores, you want to take us out? Do some house cleaning and take us out? Oh, did she leave already?
I think so.
Oh,
Or
no, she's coming back. I think she just got disconnected for a minute.
Yeah. Will Ospreay cut off her shit?
Are you there, Miss Dolores?
I'm back. I'm here.
Okay. We were just saying, you want to do some house cleaning and take us out?
Yep. Because we got to get the fuck up out of here. Jesus.
I hear that.
Gotta get up. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, we want to, I'm going to take you away, Sion, for a second. There we go. The two winners, ladies and gentlemen, of the night, we had ALW initially win All In.
No, the fuck you didn't. Oh my god, I could not. All right, that's enough now. God damn it.
Unicorn. But yeah.
What happened to Dolores? Is she muted?
No.
Okay.
She said if we go tell, we might as well do it.
I'm good. Just don't mirror for life.
On Tuesdays, we drop Seeing Stars at 7 a.m. 10 Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern, which is a Twitch exclusive. On Tuesday nights, we have the live cookout at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's live on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and the audio is available a couple days later, I believe, on several different platforms. Dolores normally will tell you that. On Wednesdays, we drop All for Naught, which is a review of Raw and NXT. That's pre-recorded and is a Twitch exclusive. That drops usually at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then on Thursdays, we have our live Aftermath of Dynamite, which is basically a weekly wrap up of AEW shows. We talk about Rampage, Collision, and Dynamite from the night before. That's live on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. At 7:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays. Then on Fridays, we have Friday Night Fights, which starts with SmackDown at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we watch Rampage as well. And then on Saturday mornings, you get Under the Radar, which is myself and CM talking about Impact, Ring of Honor, BTE, and MLW, usually at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Saturday nights, we have Saturday Night is All Right, where we watch Collision live on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and whatever other pay per views are on. And then whatever else pops up, we usually do during the week too. So we're everywhere. We are always around somewhere. I can't find the fucking thing I'm looking for to get the thing off the screen. So,
Oh man,
but yeah,
how the fuck did she do that quick? What the
God, I had to fly back quickly. Okay, I think y'all finished with the thumbnail. Okay,
yep.
ladies and gentlemen, next week is two shows. It is going to be Payback Collision and then All Out. We get to make sure I get the name right because I don't know this.
Yeah, it's all out.
And Fury
All
Road,
Out
yeah,
Fury Road.
yep.
Okay,
Wait,
that ain't my fault. I ain't do that.
Collision and Payback. I thought Payback was on it like in the
Yeah,
afternoon, not in the evening.
it's at
Uh,
Payback is. Let me double check the time because I think it says it started at 8. They've been
Shit.
doing this ever since they went to Saturday to F with a Collision.
So wait, we're gonna get NXT versus AEW again.
No, it's actually the main roster, the Raw SmackDown people. Uh,
Okay.
the end of the month is when No Mercy come on for NXT, and I think that's on a Sunday. I think they said we don't with them on Saturdays, but we'll put our major pay per views on Saturdays against them. So Payback is on Saturday with Collision, and then Sunday is All Out MLW, All Out AEW, All Out, and MLW Fury Road. Okay,
yep.
make sure you be looking out for that. I know it says All Out right now, but we're going to change that in a minute. Also, ladies and gentlemen, be on the lookout for the Retro Watch Along. Also, be on the lookout for these icons right here. That one on YouTube audio. Why is it not clicking all
I
of a
would say it
sudden?
didn't switch screen.
It just did not switch. There we go.
Gravity didn't switch.
I had to go back and tell it to let it go. Like it was holding on to something. Like let it go. Watch alongs on YouTube audio. You can hear all our watch alongs, including this one, for every pay per view, every Friday night fights, every collision, anything that is a live watch along is in that section. Now, you can also find on YouTube audio the cookout, but the cookout is everywhere. Okay, we spread our joy and love across the world through iHeartMedia, Spotify, Amazon Music, you name it, we there. You name it, we right there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So I also want to say thank you for coming. I know this week has been a little hard for us. Okay, but we enjoyed you. We hope you enjoyed the. I know I took the background. Now you can see it. It's just moving, just moving in the back. Moving. Earlier the flag was waving, and today it's just molecules just going.
Hopefully, you'll have more luck with the outro loop video than I did at the end of whatchamacallit, because it would not play.
I saw you were struggling, and you know what I know you did wrong? You kept clicking it.
Maybe.
So you click loop, and then we say peace.